Get a load of this guy.
Take my shoes and walk a mile, something that you can't do. Hey, hey, hey.
What is good, y'all? It is your boy Benji, and we are back with another episode of the Qrewcast. Got the crew with me.
What's up?
All right, man, we getting straight into it, man. We fresh off of the Anthony Joshua fight. He just beat Ngannou, man, knocked him out cold. I think the winner of the fight now has to fight Fury or Usyk. Y'all peep that? Y'all got any thoughts on that joint?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I ain't lie, that was a bad knockout. Respect to, he's an MMA fighter, so respecting him for, crossing the sports and stuff like that. But it's like, I was just talking to Kai about this yesterday. I'm like, you done lost both your boxing bouts. You might want to take your shoes back off, buddy, and maybe go back into the MMA.
Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot of people. I see even Brian Garcia, who really shouldn't be speaking on anybody, but he just was going on Twitter talking about how all these dudes need to stay in the UFC. Because you think about it, all these dudes that's been coming over trying to fight boxing from the UFC, ain't none of them won nothing. Connor, all the people Jake Paul fought, Ngannou, everybody been taking L's. So maybe
it's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? UFC and boxing is not completely different, but to be a boxer, you know what I'm saying, is you literally just throwing hands. Mixed martial arts is everything mixed. So I feel like the two, you can't do both and be, I don't know, it's weird.
I kind of agree. I think the difference is that a lot of these dudes are specialists. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think a lot of dudes in MMA are not specialists in any one thing. Mm. But in boxing, you are a specialist in boxing. So it's like that skill gap takes over real quick versus, like you said, in MMA, you could be good at wrestling, but you could be aight at striking, but then you could be, you know what I'm saying? So them dudes just getting handled, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But I like it, though. Like, I like him going to fight, you know what I'm saying? Other people in different sports, I like that. That's cool.
I think Ngannou has a natural talent, bro. I think he really has a natural knack for the sport. Like, if he genuinely wanted to pursue boxing, he would be more than a decent boxer. Like, this is, I mean, granted, he did, I ain't gonna lie, that was a lopsided fight between him and Joshua, but, granted, I mean, Joshua is a seasoned boxer, very seasoned boxer. Like, he went and did that with months of training.
Exactly. Like, he knew what he was doing, bro. You could tell, in the fight, before he got knocked out, Anthony Joshua was waiting on that right hook, bro, because he saw his left hand down. Like, it's just little stuff that's, different, bro.
No, that's true. I mean, and speaking about seasoned fighters, we got Jake Paul. He's supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think, I mean, it's obviously just for entertainment. And I was looking at it earlier. I don't know if it's the official rules or whatever, but I was looking at some of the contract breakdown or whatever, and it's supposed to be it's eligible for a 2v1 or whatever. So Logan's supposed to be fighting with Jake or something like that.
Oh, sure.
And he's able to sub in. They're not literally going to be fighting 2v1, but he's able to sub in at certain points. Jake's going to have on headgear, I think. So it's lopsided, and Mike Tyson's going to have to make weight, whereas Jake Paul doesn't. It's weird. The rules are weird.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be something where it doesn't qualify as a professional match. Yeah. Because I couldn't see Mike Tyson signing up to have his professional record drop when he's 60 years old, if he were to take the loss. So it's probably going to be something like that. Like how they did Logan Paul when he fought Floyd, it was something set up where it's not an official match.
Yeah. Definitely big exhibition vibes. For sure.
Yeah. So,
did you see what the contract payouts were looking like?
Nah, but I know for a fact it has to be crazy.
Bro, everybody and their mama trying to fight Jake Paul because he's getting folks paid. Yeah. I think they said everybody he's fought that's been a UFC fighter has made more money in one fight with Jake Paul than they made their whole career.
Yeah. That's insane.
I think Jake Paul's at the point he don't need anybody, bro.
No.
And that's what me and Kyle was talking about the other day was that Logie might be in Jake Paul's best benefit to just do entertainment fights because I can't see any boxer really signing up to fight him because anybody with his record, he would have to fight in the regular world would have to fight a boxer with a similar record, but there's no game for Jake Paul to fight that guy.
Yeah.
And so the other guy was coming off a lick. Even if you lose, you came off a lick because you made money. And if Jake Paul beat him, there's no point because they're gonna say he didn't beat nobody.
Yeah.
So I can't see how far Jake Paul will get because at this point his draw is too big.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Boston all over the place, man. You already know Garcia is still talking his smack. I know Shakur Stevenson wanted to intercept and take that fight, but I think now that Ryan Garcia went on Twitter saying that he's not going to talk about anything else other than the fight now, because he was going off the deep end, bro.
I definitely hope like he at the very least comes to perform. Like if he has a bad performance, at that point you don't really deserve a title fight anymore after that, and then you're doing all this extra stuff. It's like from a business perspective, you're making yourself a liability. It's kind of being like seeming like you got the deep end, especially if you don't win the title. It's like what more opportunities are you going to be able to receive being a commodity or a liability outside the ring? So
I think he set himself up too for like an easy excuse on the way out. Like, you know what I mean? Because he can be, I was da 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 da. That's why I wasn't prepared or whatever. I don't know. That's why I kind of feel for Devin Haney, because it's like it takes the validity of his win away if he was to win. I honestly money line on Haney right now. So in my eyes, but
I don't know. I feel like it could probably go either way. Both of them got aspects where they excel in. So I don't know. It just depends. Like Devin Haney, I feel like if they go the distance, you know what I'm saying, his IQ is very nice. And Ryan Garcia got more punching power, of course. So if you catch him one good time or a couple times, he could win.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It depends.
And I do agree with that, because Haney takes a lot of hits every fight he fights. Mm-hmm. He's talented, but he's one of those like almost like Javante Davis, where he takes a hit to give a hit. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But he gonna land hits though. Like he gonna definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he's definitely more technically savvy than Ryan Garcia is. Garcia's going for power punches. Mm-hmm. Haney will put hands on you, and then he can mix in a couple power punches too. Mm-hmm. And he's really good defensively as well. So I don't know. I still got to take him on that. Let me see. And then I mean, we can touch on it because I got a couple opinions on it, but talk about hands. Cam Newton put his hands back in the community with his recent camp, and he got hands put on him as well in the midst of that little scruffle. I saw that some of the coaches that were in the camp, they talked about it, and it was more so the coaches that ended up getting in a fight with Cam Newton, because they said that he was talking trash, and they felt like it was depicted towards them, so they took offense to it versus like the kids itself.
Yeah. But I wonder what forced them to start throwing hands over him.
Yeah.
At this event where it's kids here, you know what I'm saying, for the community.
Yeah, like, that's a terrible look.
I saw a clip of it where they were like on an interview. I don't know how and why they got on the interview, but they was on an interview talking about how Cam Newton like initiated it, and they didn't like because he was talking mad smack, and they felt like it was getting personal. So they said he said something to somebody about putting hands on him, and I guess they took offense to it from there. But I agree. It's like, bro, you're Cam Newton, and you trying to put these events together for your community, for your people, to get these people an opportunity, and then you got grown folks intercepting and messing stuff up for everybody. And I think Shannon Sharp was talking about it, but it might be a problem with the people because, like he said, Eli Manning and Peyton Manning could go back and throw a little. Ain't nobody got to worry about touching them. And I feel like Cam Newton, I saw him say a little bit about it, how he was like, he wants to maybe adjust the kind of the atmosphere there, because he was like he was like, when I go there and I talk trash, that's nothing, because I'm used to that. The environment that I was in, somebody talks smack to you, make you perform on the field. But he was like, nowadays people take everything all type of ways. So he was like, maybe he had to adjust it. But I feel like that should be something he has to do, because at the end of the day, I know if I was young playing football and I got Cam Newton over there talking smack, that might turn me up so I can have a moment in front of Cam Newton. But I don't know, these new age kids don't be thinking the same way.
Yeah, that's a completely different mindset. It's like, if anything, like that truly should fuel you, like not in a way where you actually want to like commit acts of violence, but like you should be like, bro, what is he talking about? Like, bro, I'm at this camp, I'm here to prove something. Like, what do you? That's like literally insane. That's like your coach is telling you, like, bro, you're not hitting nothing. You sucked at it. What's going on? And you start squaring up, bro. Like, bro, what?
That's crazy.
He's literally a mentor to you. Like, that's crazy. I don't know.
I don't get how a grown man on the sideline, how you get, and you taking the shine away from the kids, and then you going on a press run, trying to talk about it, bro. At the end of the day, it was never about you. It was about the kids.
That's where you know, like, that's where you know where the issue lies, because it's like, You cause an issue and you trying to make a press run out of it. You trying to do whatever. And it's like, bro, it's literally about the kids.
I agree with that. Like I said, that's why I think it might be something in the community. I mean, a lot of people was not there. I take it back. I was going to say a lot of people is not there for the kids. A lot of people are there for the kids, but they there for the money that it makes in kids. Because you talk about that, people had this argument all the time in like the AU realm and everything like that about basketball. Because you got parents that jump in and steal the shine from a lot of the kids, and they try to make it more about them. Oh, my kid's not going to go. He's not going to that school because I'm an alum of Florida, so my boy's going to Florida. You know what I mean? They pride what they couldn't do, what they want to do. They put that on the kids, and they become so emotionally invested in it. And it's not your career; it ain't got nothing to do. All you could do is give the guidelines out. And I mean, even now, I think now it's really gonna get real wicked because now you got people with the NIL deals. I know even Jeff T was talking about that. He was like, when he was coming up, one of the big offers he got, he was with, I think he was like his uncle or whatever on a tour. School, and he was like, I don't know, I think about it. He was like, his uncle's basically like, bro, what are you talking about? No, you gonna take this, whatever. And I think he said something like, he got a little bag. They were like, if you come, we'll give you we'll front you a bag, whatever, to come here. And it was like, T said like something like 10 bands or something like that. And his uncle said, yeah, I got you. So he was like, he gave him like $1,000. And in reality, it was all Jeff T 10 bands. And he was like, bro, I'm gonna get, at the time, you know, they didn't have NIL. He was like, bro, I'm gonna mess around and risk my he's like, looking back at it, I'm gonna risk all my eligibility because my uncle wanted to take the 8-9 bands. And it had nothing to do with him in the first place anyways.
That's it.
But that's how it be, bro. You telling me now, all these parents with these NIL deals? Nah, you ain't finna sign with Dasani, bro. You're not about to promote their product. I don't even like Dasani. You know what I mean? Or I can see parents being the ones that negotiate. Like, even if you saw the movie Air, I think it was, where they had Michael Jordan's mom was like doing all the negotiating and everything like that. I could see that becoming the thing where everybody tries to get so close to the parents, where the parents kind of end up working the little deals on the side for all these, especially in the NIL, not only for college but for NIL too. Oh yeah, parents ought to be eating.
You already know how parents are, bro. I know what's best for you.
Yeah.
You still young. You gonna do it this way because I done already been through it, and if I done been through it, why you gonna do it this way? So it's just like you were saying, bro. Parents have a lot of influence in what direction their child's going.
I agree. And I think even in the midst of like us talking about the community, and I guess I could keep things like on the basketball level, Russell Westbrook has been doing a lot for the LA's community. For one, never gets recognized because everybody talks about what he doesn't do on the court. But he's got a school, dealership, all stuff like that, where he's kind of uplifting the LA's community. And it made me think. For one, good job for Westbrook. But it made me think about it. There's a quote where J.R. Smith was talking about where they were in the bubble. And like there was a point in time where they didn't know if they was gonna play basketball anymore. And all the dudes in LA was all in the room like just thinking to themselves like, man, waiting on the owners to be like, all right, where are we gonna play? What are we gonna do? All this. And J.R. Smith was like, bro, why are all these dudes talking about what we can or can't do? And we waiting on this person, the owner, to do it. He was like, he was in the room. He said it was Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Westbrook. Basically, all these guys making over 100, 200 M's. He's like, why are we waiting on somebody else when all of y'all have enough money to start your own arena, start your own league, get, you know what I'm saying, have your own little setup going for the kids, the youth, everybody in the community. We don't have to be worrying about these billionaires or whatever. We could be our own entity. But nobody listened to him. And so I thought it was interesting that Westbrook's really been going crazy in LA. And like I said, even though on the court, people are going to be up and down with how he plays, I thought it was interesting because real talk, you talk about like generational wealth. These dudes are them. Like a lot of these athletes, and then a lot of these, I mean, even in entertainment, like rappers, stuff like that. And you really never see nothing come of it. At least on a front-facing thing, other than like select few people. And I don't know. What y'all think? Is that like a problem in the community, or what do you think?
Yes, and it is a problem. I was gonna say yes and no, but like, yeah, it is because like when you phrase it like that, it's almost like that condition and everything plays a part into it. It's like you have to wait on somebody else. You have to get it out somebody else's hands. Like you can't do it with your own resources. It's like you have to make sure somebody else has a plan for you, because it's just like, and it's kind of like the same mindset that blocks people from starting their own business or starting their own thing or jumping into something where they can make a lot more money. It's just you scared to take the risk because somebody else already had the plan and everything set out for you. It's a lot more easier for it versus when you do it yourself.
Yeah. That's literally what I was thinking, bro. People gonna take the easy route. If it's already a system that's built, is working, why not just jump in now instead of create my own? But most people don't want to take the time and don't even have the mental fortitude to do it, honestly. So
you're right. Ice Cube started the big three. Big three right now. Minimum contract now is $100 grand. You know what I'm saying? For you to play, it's like 10 games. What? Like, say less. You know what I'm saying? So you get like. And that took him a couple years. Really just his own name. Nobody really asked to bring it up. He got that booming. And I can't understand why a lot of these other guys can't do something big that generates something for the economy. And they really get money. You know what I'm saying? Jasper said they more focused on. He was like, bro, y'all put money in the pot and start up this big organization, this youth group, all this stuff. That will keep a lot of these kids that's maybe on the edge, and in the community, or the hoods where you grew up in, you can really put some opportunities in their pockets. But he's like, instead, he's just gonna spend $100,000 on a car, throw $50,000 in the club, go take a shorty shopping, Chanel, just blow all the money when you could have really, you know what I'm saying, put the next generation up.
Yeah, playing devil's advocate, like, I can't say that I would personally do this if I was in the same position, but I could see somebody thinking, like, you know, it's not my obligation to help, you know what I'm saying, them. Like, I'm sure, like, you know, their immediate family is, of course, taken care of because, you know, they balling. So it's like, I moved my mom out the hood, my family's good. I got, you know what I'm saying, my cousin, I got him, you know, plugged in with this. My family's straight. I could see people saying, like, you know, that's good enough for me, you know, if somebody's not looking at like the bigger picture, like the community aspect of it.
Yeah, and to like also play devil's advocate, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a lot of it just be they don't be wanting to rival their own source of income, like for real.
Yeah, because that's what Jordan was saying. He was like, white people buy Jordans too. So it's like I ain't gonna be no advocate because that's a part of my market demographics.
Because like I feel like when LeVar Ball did the JBA, right?
Junior NBA.
Yeah, I feel like majority of the flack he was receiving off of that was just because like I guess he was undercutting the NBA, like because it was genuinely a great.
It was genius.
Yeah, it was a great place for the pros and high schoolers or whatever to go intermediate between the NBA or whatever. Like that was a great idea.
And they got the OTE thing too now.
That's really what's crazy. And that's the pioneer. And won't nobody rocking with him. Yeah. And then now they got the G League Ignite joint. Now they got the NIL deals. They got OTE. And won't nobody rocking with him. And they got Big Three and everything. And like you said, he was a visionary at the time when everybody else wasn't showing him the love that I think he could have got. But it'd be your own people.
For real. Yeah, and I feel like he just somebody always got to be a sacrificial lamb, and I feel like they don't be wanting to be the martyr or whatever.
That'd be what it is too. Some people just be scared to take the leap and see what's gonna happen with it.
Yeah,
type of stuff.
I understand it.
I could play devil's advocate too though, because a lot of these dudes don't go back to the hood either, and for a good purpose. Because a lot of these dudes in the hood just sitting there plotting and waiting and envying. Yeah, because look at all these rappers that go back to their community. They're trying to do something good, and that something good can turn into something bad real quick. Yeah. So I don't know. It's definitely something I would say wrong with the people. Like as a unit, nobody wants to kind of really come together and really see everybody win. And I think that sucks.
Yeah, but I do feel like at a base level, everybody should be doing something to like give back and help out. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, because nobody do nothing alone. You know what I'm saying? So you should always. Not necessarily if you got the bread. I'm not saying spend all your money on everything and just be handing out money, but it's little things you can do, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to just go to the food shelter, pass out food, or do a little coat drive, a little back to school drive. That's little stuff, and it's not gonna cost them that much money.
And that little stuff can go a long way for somebody who's who's not used to having the same luxuries as you have. You know, giving your opportunity.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I guess it's kind of one of those things that comes with like chasing those type of goals. Like you kind of like feel like you have to wait till you get to a certain point to give back, or you wait till you get to a certain pinnacle to where you I'm well off enough. Everybody around me is well off enough. Now I can give back. But it's like you really help because you can at any level. It's not because you have a certain amount of things. There's this, that, and that. It's just you have the ability to help somebody else, so you do it.
Yeah, it could also be like your how you grew up or your personal like mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will grow up like nothing never given to them type mentality.
Like why give it to somebody else?
Exactly.
Yeah. You can see like some niggas might not even have no love for their their community because like maybe their community ain't show them no love. Like maybe like all they know is bad times and dead homies. You know, I should be like in other places. So it's like maybe it's like when I leave that space, I don't never want to go back because it's like all I know from there.
Everybody is here hating on me. I bet when I get big, y'all gonna all be sick when I get big, and y'all gonna watch me from the outside, and y'all ain't gonna be able to be close to me no more. Yeah. So I feel that too.
And I feel like it'd be like that silent like game type of jump. It'd be like, you see how I made it, bro. I'm not gonna give you the keys.
Nah, yeah.
You can do the same thing.
The gatekeeping is
for real.
Alright.
Well, I don't want to pass them keys,
but I don't know. I feel like especially now it's hard to really bust through a door by yourself in a lot of places. Like, you know, you could, like, let's take music for example. Like, let's say, I'm signed to a label or something like that, and it's like I know a homie who make music and stuff like that. I could at least like I could bring you to the studio. I ain't gonna tell him like, oh yeah, sign this dude. I can bring you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can, you know, or like if I'm hooping. I know good runs, you know, maybe some scouts be out there, or like it's good video for some film or something like that. I can bring you, like, you know what I'm saying? You can do shit like that where it's like I ain't, you know what I'm saying, putting the food on your plate, but I'm providing, you know what I'm saying, some opportunity for you to get it on your own. I feel like we don't do that enough either.
No, we don't be putting our peoples in position enough to win.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And but in the same breath, and I can play the third angle on this, and that leads me to the next topic too. The same athletes be the same ones setting themselves up to lose. Why I say that, just like how Jared Smith was talking about how these dudes be so quick to blow money on stuff that doesn't matter. I can touch into the next topic. Everybody loves her. She's been everybody's crush since before Instagram model became a thing. Dre just popped out and she's pregnant.
What? Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jalen Green, baby.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Jalen Green?
Jalen Green.
Yeah. So, technically, she didn't say who it was, but everybody know who it is. And even, like, you got NBA players that's literally tagging bro in the comments. Kuzma, first person that tagged bro, talking about some congrats.
Good.
And
tagging your man is crazy.
Right.
Hot boy.
Right, you a snitch, bro.
And I could really get into what the problem is, and why I say I think it's a problem, because obviously remember the Anthony Edwards joint with the Send the Video joint and the Zion joint, and that's just a little sneak preview of the how these dudes be moving. I think it's crazy because Dre just went, you know what I'm saying, and I think just did an interview. I saw a clip where basically they were talking about how do you feel about your current relationship and why you think it's important to have kids from that relationship. She's like, honestly, the kid ain't really about the relationship. It's about I want a kid, you want a kid, we have a kid. So she was like, we don't have to be together to have a kid. And there's a lot of bird brain stuff that she was saying, but she already got enough flack because she actually has a kid that's the same age as Jalen Green. And a lot of people got to give her flack because she was actually not present as a mother for that kid. So for her to come out there and say that is crazy because at the end of the day, like people in the comments talking about, but you just cashed out on another max deal and you don't have to have ties to the parent, which you just broke up another household for no reason. Yeah. And I could blame her on it because she's older, but at the same breath, bro, these NBA dudes be going for that every day. They don't care.
Cause it's just like Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
Like it's the kind of like the big age gap, and she like, you know, did all that. And she got the baby, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't understand why y'all letting these I'm not gonna lie though. I feel it because if it was me, I'm
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
I'm fucking.
Which like it's like I was telling my boy this the other day, bro. Drea, like I said, that's everybody's like Instagram crush from the beginning, but it's like, did you have to have a kid?
That's what I'm saying. Like a kid is OD.
I'm hitting Anthony Edwards. Send the video. Yo, we don't got, bro. Especially if you, Shorty just wanted an interview just talking about that, but you probably definitely had that talk with her. Like, yo, you're not even my girl like that. She's like, oh yeah, that's cool. But if you have a kid, just, you know what I'm saying? Which is just talk, because when times get hard, she gonna say, because you know a lot of states you automatically qualify for like child support. Like if you have a career like that in the NBA, like that's how PJ Washington got. Because I don't want to say got because he was actually in a relationship with Shorty, but like by default, like North Carolina is one of those states where if you're away from the house, even whether it's with work, etc., for X amount of time, you automatically qualify for child support. Because you're not technically a present parent.
Yeah, she's getting a dumb bag off of him too.
So, no, like when times get hard, she can easily just be like, "Hey, look, put that request in," and bro cannot argue anything. Or at minimum, she probably said, "Look, I'll worry about this on my end. You go do you, and just I want to open up my Zelle, my PayPal, and I need to see that deposit every month." Regardless, so one way or another, something worked out, because the way she was talking about that, and the baby ain't even pop out yet, I'm like, no, that's crazy.
And I feel like that was one of those things where she definitely had a plan in mind. She did
So should we?
It takes two to tango. I can't say nothing, bro.
That's what I was about to say. Is that my next? Should we villainize her? Because
If the roles was reversed,
you know what I'm saying?
Like it would be World War III out here though.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like you got a whole.
Like, yeah, I'm definitely going to, like, you can call out the behavior or whatever. I don't think, like, that's right, because I feel like it was, the intent there wasn't pure. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like just having a baby with somebody that you know you're not going to be together with
It's
kind
crazy.
And it's like, you know that you're going to benefit from having this dude's baby or having this person's baby. So it's like, there's ill intent behind that. I don't know.
And it's a little predatory just because of like the significant age gap. I'm like,
well, he was like, what, 19 or something when that happened?
I think he's 20.
He's
22.
22.
20 something.
22,
Yeah, he's
maybe
22.
23.
Because her kid and his kid same age.
And what's she, like, early 40s?
Yeah, like 40.
that's
Like
ridiculous.
39 or 40, yeah.
Good gracious.
I mean, devil's advocate, bro. Older men go younger women all the time.
Yeah.
But it's frowned upon.
I could go
Especially if it was
on
a
it.
gap that significant, it would be
Yeah,
extremely
but
frowned
it's
upon.
It's
I feel
frowned
like-
upon, but it's also not, though, at the same time. Because
No,
a lot
yeah.
of it is like, do what you do. You know what
20
I'm saying?
years though, like I feel like
more than
But I
that.
ain't gonna lie, it's I'm gonna keep it hot with you. I play devil's advocate. It do be frowned upon, but like, it's do what they do. But I'm gonna keep it hot. When you have a daughter or a child that's the same age as your significant other,
No, that's kinda crazy.
That's
Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be calling him like pops and like, bro, we
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? We can go hoop together
I'm
type
not saying
stuff.
like, cause I understand like for me age gap. Some people do what they do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll make whatever argument they make for it, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think it takes it a step further when like your significant other is literally the same age as your child.
yeah.
I think it is
Cause
crazy.
that's mad. It's not even just like mad predatorial, but it's like, bro,
They could
you know that the gap. It's not even just the age gap. The gap in mental maturity is crazy.
That is facts.
And it's like you have a kid that's the exact same age, so you know exactly how feasible they are to everything.
But then again, every 22-year-old not the same either. Like,
That's true.
Some are, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more aware of themselves or whatever. But
That's true.
I still do get what y'all saying. Like, they have way less experience in life. You know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
it's like, you feel me? He a young nigga. You know, he's superstar-esque on his team. And it's like, she been on TV. She been famous. She been popping. So it's like, Dre Michelle, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just saying she basically like trying to ride his coattails a little bit to kind of.
I ain't saying that, but like
She low-key raped his ass. Like, she's 20 years older than him. Like, that's...
Nah, he definitely wanted that.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
let's be
I'm
let's
not
be
saying
real.
it's I'm not gonna like.
It's not. It's
villainize.
consensual, but like, but that's insane.
It looks crazy, but like I can't say too much because it takes two to tango. So like,
Yeah.
It do. But
while for me we'll villainize Dre or whatever for the age gap. He knew how old she was.
it's like so.
Yeah.
So check this out. Let's say let's say it's an older dude like walking up on a short, like a younger shorty at a gas station or some shit, kicking her some old head nigga shit, like, and he, you know, they doing what they do or whatever, and like, let's say same thing. Let's say he 40 whatever, and he got a kid that's 20 something, and he's talking to a little like a girl. Let's say like she's in college, sophomore, junior in college, some shit like that, and he like pull to the dorm and like they about to go out to eat, and you see them old ass man like walking out the dorm with this little like a college age shorty, like you're not gonna be like,
it's insane.
That's disgusting.
That's insane.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
Even though it's consensual, it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she's being held against her will, but that's still crazy as hell. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? What do you get out of that? There's no way that you can have any kind of like intellectual attraction to somebody that's half your age. You know
I don't
what I
feel
mean?
like you really compliment each other well at that big of a gap between age or whatever. I don't know. To each their own.
That's
like,
just our perspective, though. Like, ain't no telling what they, you know what I'm saying?
Because
that's
everybody's
true,
looking for a certain something in somebody. So like to each their own. But like, I just feel like we can call a spade. Like these, I feel like respectfully, if you're dating somebody that's the same age as your child, like I don't really think we need to say anything less. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you or this is that. I'm just saying like it's a little interesting, and like you can possibly delve into it a little deeper because
why I could delve into it, I gotta say, you gotta look at two. If you just break it down to the generic standpoint, just like you said, Jalen Green probably grew up, was like, whoop whoop, this shorty is bad. And not even to say, like her, this specific example, but there's plenty of older women that get with younger dudes, specifically dudes that have money, a lot. Why? There's a common factor here. The dude has money. So whether you're older with money or you're younger with money, you become a target because you have money, you have clout, whatever it is that a lot of times women become attracted to. If it's the other way around, there's Jalen Green as a 22-year-old, because he would technically be a senior in college. If he wasn't playing basketball, but he was still Jalen Green, looked the same, was still tall, everything like that. Let's say he was playing college basketball, and he just, I don't know, we're just living in college. Yeah. Does he get Drea?
Absolutely not.
I don't know if he gets Drea, but like even if you were to switch the scenarios and just still, like hypothetically, if he was to get Drea, it would probably look a lot different. Like I feel like a lot of, if that was to be a headline, it would be a little bit more villainized, or it would be looked at in the darker light because I don't know, like just his setting being at college or whatever, I think that plays a different role, and it kind of like accentuates his maturity in a different light. Like
that's what I was going. That's what I was thinking about the girl at college.
He's been in the league for a couple of years, so it's like I'm sure he's gotten way more experience than like the average 22-year-old. But still, like he's still 22.
And in the same breath, like you talk about, who really got experience in life? Shorty 40. And not only is she 40, but like let's think about it. She been a video vixen. She been in the entertainment. She been around Drake and da. So she already know what time it is. You didn't just go see this young dude. You know, bruh, you know, like you can see somebody and be like, hey, they kind of young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Green don't look like you old. You got a big face.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. Where did she meet Jalen Green? She meet him at Whole Foods?
No, probably not.
No.
Probably courtside.
We're in some little club.
You know what I'm saying? And he in the club, popping by with the dudes that got, you know what I'm saying, recognizable faces. I mean, let's be honest, you probably met him in a situation like that. So that becomes more attractive and enticing to somebody like that. Because, like you said, if he could be just a regular in college, let's just be honest with it. It is Dre. Everybody want Dre. Ain't no regular dude in college that want Dre been able to get Dre.
Hey.
Somebody that's going to be able to float the bill if stuff goes south.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember that? I think it was had to be like last year, 2 years ago. I think it had to be like some USA joint or something. And I don't even remember what happened like exactly in the video, but like it was some some real inconspicuous allegations against Jalen Green. He was doing something.
He was doing something. With Josh Christopher, yeah.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I feel like real talk, if you play sports, you know that, like, you know the people on your team that be like, bro, what's wrong with you? So I feel sorry for them because they blew up. If somebody had that video with it tucked, they was waiting.
Hating ass nigga. It's probably Josh Christopher. He like, oh, this nigga gonna start. Oh, this
bro, fact. Let's go ahead and drop these out. Let's go ahead, ruin him real quick. Bro, that was crazy too.
They low key be getting on him in the medium. They got on him about the nail situation.
Nah,
too.
yeah. I know, he's had a solid little lineup though. 'Cause we had, bro, no, the crazy joint, the shorty he used to talk to or date. I saw that on Twitter. Her name was like Bria Hicks or whatever. She's a bad Instagram model. I don't know if it's true or not. Actually, no, I know it's true because Dre used to babysit her. And why? Yeah, because she's actually, like, people pulled up screenshots of her posting, like, with Dre, and she was like, da 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 da. This is my babysitter, and like stuff from like 2017. She's like with Dre, like da da da.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
wicked.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of crazy.
Like,
looking at that, like, that's wicked. I think it's just crazy because he young, she older, whatever. Attraction's not a choice. If they were both attracted to each other, whatever scenario came about, and they did what they did, then they did what they did. To have a kid out of that is like, that's why I can see it becomes mad predatory. Yeah. Because, like, it's a young dude with money. You could probably scare him into this and this and this and this. And he's still, got to think about it, he's still in the league. So any bad press, anything like that, can really fumble the bag for him. Look at old boy. That was on the Rockets, too. Yeah, I actually like the Rockets. Is like the Rockets is like the better Hornets, bro. I don't know how they be moving because their whole squad is really full. Like, they both all wild. Remember Porter? Yeah, Kevin Porter. Bro, they got booted out of the league off of allegedly assaulting the girl who later said that he never assaulted her. She just got a contract and he's out of the league.
Nice too.
Yeah. So I just bring that up to say, like, bro, a lot of dudes be making poor decisions. And like I said, not just Jalen Green, because I think at the end of the day, he got a solid lineup. But the BBL Bandits have been winning. I mean, look at Anthony Edwards, Zion. And, I mean, you could go, like I always talk about, I've seen plenty of times. I got some buddies that play professionally, and I've been around some of them guys, bro. Literally, I can't even say nothing because a lot of them guys they do it to themselves. Because the first thing they're ready to do for any woman is not even have a conversation or anything like that. Let's get to how I can spend some money on you. And so I can't be upset that a lot of these dudes get used for their money.
Yeah, if you present yourself like that, you can't be mad.
Because you can bag shorties at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's just for the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy, John, I think I've seen this week, for sure. And I guess we can keep things on old folks in the league. Isaiah Thomas just got his start back in the NBA. He's like 35. He just had his first start back in the G League. That leads me to a point I want to say something, but what y'all think about that?
Well, how did he do?
Yeah, like, I want to say he had almost 30.
Good grief.
I saw that yesterday. That was the G League game?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he did have 30 now.
Yeah, he was hooping. Hold on.
We was talking about this like a couple weeks ago, bro. Like, I definitely feel like he can be in the league. Like, it's definitely players he can be in the league over. But I do understand he undersized. He's old. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he can produce a little bit more than some people are in the league. He can definitely be a help to some teams. Yeah. Bro, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's hard. That's hard to say. Yeah. But are there not players that he could be better than in the league?
I will play devil's advocate, bro. If Kyle Lowry's in there, I think Isaiah Thomas could be in there. I mean, Kyle Lowry's nice.
No, you're right.
But, like,
he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, like, he's pretty much at this point just a vet presence. And I think, like, he was okay in Charlotte, but I don't know, like, I'm kind of stuck with him and kind of conflicted because it's just like, I truly don't know if he'll be able to produce enough to where it's like, keep, bro.
Right, we ain't seen him hoop in the league in a little bit, so I don't know, but
and he's 5'9".
Yeah,
like, there's nowhere for you to go at 5'9", respectfully. Like, nothing against him. He's a great player, but it's like,
maybe people that are better than you, younger than you.
Even if they're not better than you, at least they're 6'5".
Yeah. So y'all are saying there's nobody in the league that he's better than?
I ain't saying it's not like he's not better than, but it's like you're.
How much damage goods at this point?
Yeah, like, you know, you're old, so it's like you're not going to score at the same clip, and you're already a liability because you're so small, like, defensively, and at this point, offensively, because, you know, you've been out the league for a while, and you already, like, you're washed, essentially. No disrespect, but your best years are behind you, and you're undersized. It's like, it's not a whole lot of places for you.
Because that leads me to two different points. For one, I don't think a lot of these dudes have an identity outside of basketball. Bro, like I looked at it, dude made almost $36 million just off of NBA contracts. For most people, you give me $36 million, I'm kicking back. I would just go bust up the people in the Y. I'll put 100 on people in the YMCA or Lifetime, bro. Like, I'm cool. I don't have to be in the NBA no more. Like, I understand, like, chasing your dreams, knocking stuff off the bucket list. You already did it. You was in the NBA. You averaged almost 30 points a game. It's cool. You had a bad experience, and you hold on to that bad experience. Like, bro, plenty people got bad hooping experiences, bro. You at least made it to the NBA, and you got paid. It's like you holding on to this, and you want to have this be the rest of your legacy for the rest of your life. You made your money, whatever. You could go out of the league, and you could chill. Now, obviously, you know, if he gets a 10-day, I think it's like minimum $200,000 for a 10-day contract. Cool. But, like, you kicking back, bro. You could, like, the way stuff is now, bro, you could join the Ballers Life Boys, go bust people up to get some money. Like, and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Terrence Ross is streaming. Yeah. And Terrence Ross, bro, probably one of the best six men ever. He's chilling. He talked about it. He was like, bro, basketball doesn't define my entire life. Mm-hmm. I had a great love for the game, but I can still do what I want to do. And like, you got yourself to a point where you don't have to rely on playing basketball. And I think a lot of these dudes, when they don't play basketball, you see a lot of these dudes go through mental disorders, stress, all this stuff like that, because they're like, dang, what do I do next?
I seen Gil talk about that on his podcast a little bit, where he was just like, he retired and he stopped playing for a while, and he was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I left college early to go to the league. I didn't develop any skills along the way, and like, I have all this time. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and I feel like a lot of players hit that wall, and it's just like, you kind of got to do more outside of
that's what it is.
I feel like it's even more apparent, like, when you get out, like, outside the league, like, niggas who, you know, didn't make it, or like niggas who, you know, niggas doing 7 years of college, 8 years of college, like, you know, trying to hold on to a dream, because, I mean, you know, chase your dreams for sure. Facts. Like, I ain't saying niggas should give up, but I feel like at a certain point you gotta be realistic with yourself and be like, you know, it's such a small percentage of niggas who make it to that level, so it's like, you know, you got to kind of figure out some other avenues of, you know, pursuing something else that you might want to do.
Yeah, because I was going to compare it to that Desi Banks joint, but then I thought about it. There's no ceiling on when you can become a comedian. Yeah. You could be 80 telling jokes. Yeah, literally. Like, your body's going to give up eventually. You know what I mean? You can't play. Like you said, you get washed. You can't play at, like, that high of a level. Even if you're LeBron James, which is probably the best athlete we've ever seen come through the planet Earth, at a point, there's a decline. So you have to, at a certain point, just be like, hey, look, I can bust people up at the YMCA, bro. Like, I don't, or, you know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't even have to be the NBA. I mean, Big Three. You know what I'm saying? You can go play, Big Three. You can go play overseas. You can go play semi-pro.
Like, Kobe went and did the Mamba Academy, started coaching, started doing, like, training stuff with other NBA players. Like, if you want to still be around the game, and the NBA has done a lot within the past couple of years of making sure they open positions and whatever for, like, players in the company. So it's like, there's a lot you can do to still.
You can even create your own avenues. So you don't even need to be around the NBA to be around basketball. There's so many other places. Like, you got the crossover league, summertime Drew League. Like, you can be a college coach. You can be an AAU coach. If you got kids, you can coach your kids. Like, it's. You can get on YouTube, get on TikTok, like, react to videos of niggas playing in the league. Like, it's way too many ways to
keep moving.
Like, for me, you play in the NBA, I feel like at minimum you have at least a decent audience that's always ready to listen to you. It's like at the very minimum you're a bona fide mentor, bro. Like,
even if you only played 10 minutes, like, you made it to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like.
I think two of the Antetokounmpo brothers have YouTube channels. I think Thanasis has a podcast, and then the other brother, like, has, like, a YouTube channel where he, like, vlogs and stuff like that. Like, you have another name when you can do other things. Yeah. Especially nowadays when you can make money off of your name. Yeah. I think that you don't have to. Like, the youngest one, Alex or whatever, he plays overseas still, but, like, he still be jumping in people's, like, YouTube videos, do, like, basketball content or whatever. Like, you don't have to kill yourself, I think, to try to chase this NBA dream, especially if you already touched it. Yeah. You've already been there. You can do something else. Because I think you made the money and you have the name at this point where you could go do something else. You could be an analyst. You know, JJ Redick started his own media platform. Yeah. Like, bro, his podcasting, and now he's talked himself into being an analyst as well. So, like, you can stay around the game. Like you said, Mamba Academy. Jeff Teague's a high school coach. Bro, he's going to kill me for this. Dang, because I was just talking to him not long ago. But, forward, he used to play at, I want to say UNC. It's like 6'10", played for the Trailblazers.
Theo?
Like, early 2000s. He's from Durham. Oh my gosh! But he's a coach essentially at Jordan High School. And he has AU team now that he's like heavily involved in. Oh my gosh! He's gonna kill me. Dang! I literally was just recording his practice.
Beast, man.
Start with an R.
Reggie Bullock.
He just got interviewed.
It's not Reggie Bullock.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Like, he's still in the game.
Yeah.
So,
didn't he do like a big 3 stamp?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. But like, he did his whole thing. Now he's coaching high school, coaching AAU. Kick it back. I mean, I don't say kick it back, but you can still stay attached to the game. You don't have to. And you can pass everything you learned on to the next generation, bro. Even what's his name? Is in Charlotte coaching. They used to play at he used to play in Charlotte actually as well. He's gonna kill me too. But like, a lot of these dudes play pro, bro, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, only keep playing pro basketball forever.
And then it's like you saying about Baller's Life, that them niggas make good money. Like, they hooping all over the place. Yeah. It's like, it's still prominent hoops. Because it's like, we don't live in a world where you just gotta hoop in the league. Like, it's people's eyes can be everywhere. You got hella different avenues to hoop. If you want to play basketball like that bad, like, you can just get on YouTube and go outside and like just.
I agree too, like you said. And the second avenue of that, which I thought Gilbert Arenas made a good point about, just like you said, the game is changing. So I don't even think the league has like Isaiah Thomas is somebody who's proved himself, but I think where he came in the NBA and where the NBA is headed towards, it's a lot harder for some of these guys, I think, find spots, because like Gilbert Arenas was talking about when he talked about like the European expansion, but then that also affected where we see the game as. Because you think about it, at a certain point in time when we started, what became the prototype of what the most desired player was in the NBA. When Derrick Rose started destroying people, everyone if you was a 6'3" and up guard with athleticism, oh my gosh. Yeah. But now these 6'3" guards that are just athletic, we got to be able to shoot now, because now the game is being spaced out. Because now we got people like Wemby, KD, Porzingis, all these bigs that can shoot the ball too. So I think now, like they were talking about it, it was like, but now it's going to get to a point where you got to be, because I think the average height right now in the NBA is almost 6'7". It's like 6'6" or something, like 3/4 or whatever. So you got to be real big guard at this point, big wing to play, and you got to be able to shoot, because all these guys get in and out of the NBA nowadays because they can't shoot. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing. You got to be able to shoot. People are going to put you in the post. So you got to be a defender, whatever the case is. So I think now it makes it a lot harder for when a lot of these small guys will come in here and play the combo too. Like Isaiah Thomas, Nate Robinson was 5'9" guys playing the 1 and the 2. Lou Williams was like 6'1", 6'2", playing the 1 and the 2. All these guys that was coming in doing that, I think now it's starting to lean towards you got to be a true one. Like even like Matt McClung, I always said that was somebody, even when I watched him in high school, that could score the ball. But he's 6'2", short arms. You're not a real one, and you're not really a 2. Yeah. So I think it makes it a lot harder, because there's so many of those guys now that's around that range. That's 5'9" to 6'3", that's just all kind of fighting for that same position. It's the same spot. And really, I think the NBA is so stacked now. At least from the starting one position, it's tough to take a lot of these guys' spots.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's almost impossible, bro.
Yeah, it's like every team in the league has their point guard, really.
I think that's that player now everybody's building around.
Yeah, especially being undersized, because it's like if you're undersized, you have to be a lights out shooter,
you got
like, or a freak of nature athlete, and it's like there's no in between, especially like when you're like you was saying, if you 6'3" or like 6'4", 6'3" and below, like you have to excel at something to keep the minutes, keep the burn for real. Because it's like, you know, they got undersized guards. I mean, these are upper echelon, but you know, Steph, Kyrie, and Dame, they're undersized, but they're also all lights out shooters too. So it's like, you know, it's always going to be a spot for you if, you know, you excel at one particular area.
Yeah.
But it has to be like otherworldly excelling.
And that's why I feel like him and his counterparts are fine. Like, they're going to be in a tougher situation because you don't excel at
keep fighting for that. Like the small guards.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Like, your whole shtick is heart over height, and it's like, you can only have so much heart because these things are nicer than you, bro.
Yeah, they nice. They taller than you, and they can shoot. Like, yo, you're sitting on the bench, bro. Respectfully.
Like, it's like if you have a Honda, like you can soup it up as much as you want to, but if a dude pull up in a Ferrari, ain't nothing that you could do, bro. So I think that's just kind of what it's coming down to. I know Paul George and them was talking about the sorry dudes in the NBA, which I agree. I definitely agree to that. There's definitely probably some sorry dudes in the NBA. I think there's a myth that surrounds the NBA that people act like these guys are just so much better than everybody on earth. Not obviously. Somebody in the NBA versus a random dude that just goes to hoops once a month, he's gonna destroy him. Because that's like somebody, if you code every day, somebody who just picks up a computer for the first time not gonna know what to do. Yeah. You have the reps in, but I also agree, like you said, I think that there's a huge politics thing that's there too in the NBA. So I agree that there is some guys that you could probably maybe give them a chance, even if you have the talent and you undersized or something like that. But you might be better than this guy, but this guy does more for me than you do in that aspect.
Yeah. That skill gap, I feel like it's been more apparent now. You got way more people like hooping against pro players. Like what we just have down here in the summertime, the Pro-Am joint. Yeah. The Ground Zero, Zero, they had pro players. They had TJ Warren. Yeah. Brandon Childress, he's not, I don't think he plays in the NBA, but he's nice. He's big D1. He played at Wake Forest. And you got like professional players hooping overseas, you know, college players.
That's true.
Bro from Philly to Quavian Smith, he was in there, and you know, they going at it. So it's like, you know, it really shows.
Chris Clemens, I think he won MVP in that joint.
Yeah. And then they won 2 years ago, like Chris Clemens and that other team. So I'm like, you know, it really shows, like, you know, he's an undersized bucket. You know, he's a bucket.
Yeah, that's so crazy how life. Because he was out there scoring. I think there was a stint when he was averaging like 17 a game for the Houston Rockets. He tore his ACL, and as he heads out, I think his contract was expiring. So obviously they knew he was going to be out for a year at least because ACL was torn. That's when they were headed to lottery and they picked up all them guys, Jalen Green, So I was like, man, if he would have been healthy for that, he could have played with them. But like I said, the room for error is so small, and you like undersized. He's super athletic, could shoot the ball, but it's like you had your one opportunity, and if something doesn't go right in that joint, it can really mess you up. Because I think he's been in a situation where he lighting the G League up, he lights it up overseas, but he just can't stick anywhere else now because now he's back against the wall again.
Especially when you fall out of the league.
Yeah. And even like you talk about that, like Baby T, man, that dude, all them dudes from Greenville, man. Even Dayron. Like I said, I mean, I was with all them dudes, got to see their progression as they got older and everything like that. But like you talk about that, I mean, Baby T can go get a bucket, but it's just. And he's playing behind Tyrese Maxey. Yeah. And he's already established. So it's just so crazy now with a lot of these guys. You try to get an opportunity. Because if somebody's already set there, and I ain't going to say because he's still in the NBA, but I was told by a guy like that was out there playing did his thing, killing rookie of the week, rookie of the month, just out there hooping to a winning record. But he had star players on his team that was injured. So when they came back, see you. And back to the bench, back to the two-way G League, and he was starting double. But I said, man, it's just so crazy because that name supersedes everything.
Yeah, it's a business too. They got to sell tickets, so it's like somebody's a bigger name than you. Of course, like they gonna get the majority of the playing time because that's who people are paying money to come see. So I mean, it's like it's unfortunate, but it's a business also.
Oh yeah, facts. I can talk about business. Crazy thing, another thing I think I seen that was crazy in terms of like I could say business decisions. Miami put out a whole advertisement that were talking about. They were like telling everybody to do not come to spring break in Miami. And one, I can understand because I was out there last year and around that time, and they were like people was getting killed and I don't know. It was just too much. I think where they can't even handle what's going on in terms of like parking, driving, traffic. Clubs, restaurants, they just can't handle it anymore. So I think they just straight up they're getting, I guess, a bad rep for the people that actually live in Miami for all the traveling that comes in during spring break. They literally put out an advertisement to not come through Miami during spring break.
Yeah, and they
definitely at first.
They got mad shit set up like curfew, and like parking tickets and shit. Like, they really said like, don't come down here.
Definitely though, I definitely feel that. Yeah, because they be tearing Miami up on their parts.
Nah, they do.
And let's be real, motherfuckers do not care.
No, yeah, they sure don't.
They have a good time.
When they get the Casa in them, it's over for them. Like, niggas be looking to fight. I'm like,
do you think this is like the worst generation of people coming up? Because I'm gonna put it to you straight, it is.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
gonna lie. I really feel like I don't know. We not old, but I feel like it's the that are right under us. Like right under us.
They wildin'.
They wear shiesties in July. Like,
they wildin'.
Crazy, bro. Like we wild too, but like them right younger than us, they are crazy. They don't give a either. Like
they don't care about anything.
Yeah.
And I can agree. I think the people that are going to have the most opportunities available to them, technology available to them, et cetera, they are going to like waste it all away just because I think mentally they're not all of them are going to be there. Like,
it's about to get bad out here.
It's about to get wicked. It's about to get wicked because now you got, bro. I saw the joint that there was this young shorty talking about some. She left her date because bro bought her tickets to the basketball game, and because it wasn't courtside, she was gone.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous, right?
Like, bro, they're not living. They're not living a real life, and I think
that's what it is, bro. Yeah, like it's really that, bro. They disassociate it from reality.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, we all only have ourselves to blame because it's like, what's this? You feel me? You feel me? I'm in Turks and Caicos, or I'm courtside, or I got on the denim tier sweatsuit or whatever. Like, you niggas ain't. I'm shitting on y'all or whatever, and it's like, of course, you see that shit over and over again. Exactly. And then you got like, Tusi just bought his shorty something like a G-Wagon or some shit, like money bag, be buying Ari fucking leaving the house full of $100 bills, and I'm like, these niggas are millionaires.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I'm gonna do what I can for you type shit. Like, it ain't gonna be $100. I'm like, I'll get you a motherfucking sticker from the store.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's real too. I think they force materialism into people because I think a lot of people that necessarily wouldn't have cared about this type of stuff only care because they see it on social media. Like, you probably wouldn't, like, you'd be all right if you just get a hug for Christmas. But now that you've seen somebody get a G-Wagon, where my G-Wagon at? And you don't even care about a G-Wagon.
Like, I can't afford it. What do you mean? Like, I can't get you a shit.
I think that's what, like, a lot of people are forced into that now.
Yeah, I was just telling Darius, I was like, I feel like, for good women, because it's got to be some out there, it's some good women out there. It's like, the intent behind what you are doing. It's like, whether it's, flowers or, a good time, or like, just you want to call somebody just to check on them. It's like, the intent behind things is not as appreciated as like what the actual end result is. I'm like, and that's what's the dissension created between men and women, because it's like, men, we feel unappreciated, but y'all feel like we ain't doing shit for you. And it's like, we got to come to some kind of compromise.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't think it's gonna be, because even it got to a point in that same line. I seen a video where, because we could talk about how people disassociate themselves from reality. I think a lot of people now even disassociate themselves just in terms of like so in the social environments or just in the community. Because I could break it down to two different examples. There's an example I saw, of course, online, where this woman was talking about how, like, nowadays it's so easy as a woman to get into like a section or get into a club for free or be invited to an event or to a boat or right? And you could just be pretty. And she was speaking about I guess the downside of pretty privilege is that people don't look at you as a person. Because she was like for example, say her and her friends go out and they in a club, and a lot of dudes could bring them into the section, but a lot of dudes will bring them to the section and just like have them like just decorated the section, have them there sitting there, not talking to them, not doing anything like that. And she was like, so if you feel like, she was like, is that a thing? Women get treated like trophies? For one, I could say, I feel like a lot of dudes have been treating women like trophies for a long time. But I think nowadays, I think it's so easy. Like, I don't even want to say like just for a man to do it, because a man will get it. Like, we bring it back to the Dreyer joint. Like, dudes will go get that just so they can say, I did that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think it's on the flip side now where, I mean, a lot of women, of course, will objectify themselves, because we could talk about the OnlyFans demons and all that stuff too, that literally put themselves out there as if that's the only thing they can do. But I think it is at a point where, not even between just men and women, I think some people, it's like we're not here with it. We just everybody's living their own story as if they're the main character, and everybody's existing in another universe. Like, you can have somebody who, just like in the same example, you can have somebody that go do this extravagant thing, buy this money, spend this money, and then go back to, you know what I'm saying, no crib, no bed, no car, no nothing, but show everybody that they got the flyest stuff on. They go do the best trips. They go spend the most money in the club, or they go this. And they'll go back to their real life where they not who this person is perceived to be out to the people. And I think it's really at a point now where everybody's starting to disassociate themselves from one another. So I thought that was crazy.
I feel like it's getting to the point where people are getting so far apart from like reality that like they can't even relate to each other anymore, like on a basic human level type
shit.
Like,
most niggas don't even know who they are themselves.
Literally,
so it's like you don't even know yourself. You can't relate to nobody else's humanity if you don't even know what the fuck you want out of your own life.
And then going back to the younger generation, like right under us, if all they seeing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm getting Chanel bags, G-Wagons or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's literally what they're watching coming up, you know what I'm saying?
It's going to become the reality.
Yeah.
Because I forgot who I was talking to, but it's a good point that you think, like, when you're raising a child, they say it takes a village. And let's just say, for example, you see something in your own household, but if you're seeing things all over the place, then you start to attribute that to reality as well. So if now you're seeing, my friend just got a Gucci bag. And that'd be the craziest thing, too, because sometimes you can see it on social media, but to the point, even just in your immediate circle or environment, if you're, like, people can influence each other as well. Oh, girl, I wouldn't let that happen to me.
Yeah, like, fuck you. It's not your life. Why does what you do matter?
There's even, like, that clip of where Tyrese's ex was up there talking about how she just randomly broke up the marriage and divorced him. And they were like, there was no reason. Tyrese was talking about how he couldn't figure out for the life of him why did they divorce. He was like, I was faithful, bills was paid, kids was happy, I was there for the kids. And she went on and found an interview and said, I randomly broke it up because I was so in tune with what my friends were saying. bills was paid. She was making, like, I think Tyrese said she was making $250,000 a year. I mean, Tyrese is a millionaire. He was like, bro, she got the car she wanted, got the clothes she wanted. We can go on the trips whenever you want to. But because her friends was in her ear saying, girl, you could be doing more, she started to resent Tyrese. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. But just because you had that comparison with somebody who probably wasn't even getting anything in their own life, probably didn't even have a man. Right. But it was so easy in your own circle to hear what somebody else saying or somebody else's opinion that she became influenced by that.
I definitely feel like people don't look to wise people for wisdom anymore. We all just talking to our friends. You know, some people can get some good advice from your friends, but it's like, for the most part, if you're talking to somebody on the same intellectual level, they really can't give you any good advice. So it's like, oh, I wouldn't do that. So you like, well, shit, why would I do that? I'm like, that's not necessarily the point. It's like, you know, you need some actual advice from somebody who, you know, has been through that or knows a situation similar to that to actually give you some feasible counsel as far as like what to do with, you know what I'm saying, the feelings or the actions type shit. You don't do that enough.
Yeah, it's literally the other side of the coin what we was talking about earlier, bro. Sometimes your parents can be a little overstepping, like you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But sometimes you do need that guidance, like, hey, this is the right way to do this, or I've been through this, check this out.
I don't know, I feel like just listening to like just one of your peers when y'all are literally on the same intellectual level, like for something that is literally specific to you, like something so simple as your relationship, like that is literally between you and one other person. What does somebody else's opinion have to do with that? Because they're not in it.
Something that they haven't experienced.
Exactly.
That is crazy. You get advice from somebody that ain't even been through it. Like that is crazy.
It's literally the blind leading the blind. Like verbatim. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like how. Like, let's say Tyrese, ex-wife now, is like, she probably was getting advice from somebody who ain't got no man. So I'm like, how you going to give me advice about how to handle my marriage when you're single?
Yeah.
You can't give me any advice. You don't even know what type of lifestyle I live, type shit.
And to be real, what happens in your marriage is supposed to stay between you and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the issue that you went outside of your marriage to, like,
and I feel like that's like such a big issue with a lot of people. Not just like romantic relationships, but just relationships in general. Like they'll, rather than communicate with a person they need to communicate with, they'll say, "Forget that. I'm finna ask somebody else, and whatever they tell me, that's what I should be doing." But it's like you could realistically just have a conversation with a person that you're actually in a relationship with, or you're having an issue with, and solve everything. Like
it's that pride, bro. That pride, crazy.
And it's lack communication. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but it's just like, why?
Cause like it's easy to communicate, bro. But like if you in the, I'm used to the women for example, whatever. But if they ain't their feelings, you know what I'm saying. You know how they be. Sometimes you gotta do a little extra to get something out of them, or like how they feel, cause they be like, oh, nothing wrong. But like if you spend a little time, you know what I'm saying, probably in a little bit deeper, and let you know what's up.
Yeah. And then sometimes I be feeling like you don't want to hear the right answer all the time. Sometimes you do just want to like get that shit out without having to like get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't like that you come home late. Well, I'm working. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I just want you to hear what I'm feeling. Like, I don't like the fact that you do that or that third. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes I could feel that, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get that shit out sometimes.
But it's like if you don't ever let anybody know what's wrong, how are they ever gonna know what's wrong? No, that's my point. It's like how are you gonna go and tell somebody else what's wrong and then expect your partner to know what's wrong when you didn't tell them, but you told somebody else?
Yeah, that's something I never understood.
Why is what's his name tripping? Like he don't never know what's. What did you ask him or did you talk to him? No, but I'm talking to you. And it's like why?
Yeah, right.
Like I don't know. It's like. People's mindset and just the methods behind just solving issues is just like they skip behind that point. Like it's just we skip behind that. We're gonna go straight to the other person. I'm gonna ask my friends. I don't need to ask you because your opinion doesn't matter for some reason. That's
directly involved with it.
I saw somebody say like a lot of relationships are failing these days because women ain't putting up with nothing no more. And like women be bouncing fast. I saw somebody say that, but low key that might be honest. They might be onto something, bro.
Yeah. Because
they
don't get a chance to fuck up.
We'll be quick with it, bro. Nowadays, bro.
You get one chance, bro.
And they. Bro, that's crazy because I got a dude that's ready to da 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 da. And if you ain't on that, there's like now, there's like that story of like, there's like a seven floor building to build your perfect relationship. The first floor is like just how level of attractiveness. From there, it's like what kind of job, and and the woman will keep saying, okay, next floor. When they're like, you could stop. I hear you got the attractive man you want. Could you stop? I want to see the next floor. Next floor is job he has. Next floor is money. Next floor is good relationship with her mom, etc., etc., etc. She gets to the 7th floor, and it's like this build a man, and then they're like, do you want to take this guy, or do you want to see what's next? I mean, let me see what's next. There's no more floors. You have no man now. But that's kind of like it speaks to like the insatiable appetite of a woman to just continue to want more. And I think not even just women, I think people want that nowadays, where they just keep looking for. Well, I find myself doing that sometimes too. I'm looking at you and I'm like, she cool, but she not funny. She pretty, but she don't be in the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you feel like you're trying like so hard to compare yourself or compare that person to maybe what's next or maybe what else is out there. And so I think a lot of people nowadays, they not willing to sit down and build with somebody or maybe go through a couple bumps. Because at the end of the day, a relationship is going to like no matter what, you're going to have to do some building. But everybody now is just next.
Yeah. No, nobody want to try to like settle down for it. Everybody want to like niggas, for example. Like, you know, it's almost like it's frowned upon to like just fuck with your shorty and just vibe, nigga. Like, why is it like you're a loser because you ain't no cheating ass nigga? Like, you can dead chill, gang. It ain't even that serious. Like,
Facts.
You feel me? Like, y'all all the cool niggas. Like, you gotta be a cheater to be a cool nigga. Like, what the fuck being cool? Why don't you just like sit your goofy ass down? Because now you got 2 baby mamas, the kids gonna be the same age, and y'all here fucked up. I'm like, nigga, it's because you try to be a cool ass nigga and want to be playing and shit. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, it's really crazy. Like, we're supremely disconnected, bro.
Yeah.
Because why would you get in a relationship with somebody you literally just want to cheat on them?
This shit is asinine, bro.
Sometimes I really don't be understanding the mindset behind it. Like, we gotta do better. Sometimes, like, bro, that's crazy. Why are you? And then be like, I love her though. It's like you clearly don't. Right? You cheat on her every day. Like, it's okay. You might think she's cool people to be around or whatever, but y'all just not meant to be in a relationship.
In that same breath, I think that's the easiest scapegoat for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people will go into a relationship and they don't know what the boundaries or what relationship really consists of. Because you see, ask a lot of young people now, they're going to look at like, oh, who's your dream relationship? They're going to be like, Obama or Ari. It's like, bro, you have 2 parents in the household. Yeah. What are you talking about? Like, why are you saying that stupid stuff? So then they'll look at it and they'll be like, what I value most in a relationship is, let's say, for example, like sex or something like that. And so then when somebody cheats, they're like, oh, I can't be with no man or I can't be with no woman because she cheated. And there was like, bro, there was other things going on. You're messed up in the head. You're a drug addict. You're mean. You're disrespectful. Like, you don't have empathy. You don't have sympathy. Like, there's other things going on in a relationship, but a lot of people don't, I think, have a true
black and white, and it's really not.
Yeah. And I think that's why I said a lot of people can use it as a scapegoat, like to say that same thing. This guy cheated on me. That's why I'm not in a relationship. Yeah. But like, you're a terrible woman.
Yeah, and it's like I hate when I hate when women be like, oh, this nigga did this to me, so I can never do that. I'm like, yeah, but you literally got 8 niggas in your phone, and I know. So it's just like, you know what about the consequence between the action that happened is gonna make anything better? Because at that point, like, to me, you're a hoe, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's say you start feeling me and like, oh, what you on? I'm like, nah, like, I was nigga number 6. Like, you know, it's strictly business for you type shit. Like, I'm not taking you serious.
Good. I just lost it just a second. Oh, yeah. Crazy joint. The shorty had asked me once, because she was talking to me like, why don't you have a girlfriend? And I'm like, first of all, do I need a girlfriend to like exist in life? But I was like, the biggest thing, I'm just worried about, I'm focused on myself right now. She's like, why you gotta focus on yourself? She said, what's wrong with you? I'm like,
what's wrong with you?
Can I not just be a better me tomorrow than I am today? Like, but I think that'd be what it is. Like, people be having their own problems going on in life and just want to jump into a relationship and then throw that on to the next person.
Misery love company, bro.
Yeah.
Bruh,
That's all they can't be like. I've realized, and I've experienced like a couple people like that. And I be talking to them like, bro, why don't you just like chill? Like, what's wrong with you?
We don't have to.
And it's just like, some of them be honest with themselves and just be like, I can't be alone. But it's just like a lot of people have to realize like, when you can't be alone with yourself, bro, that is a sign of running, and you're sitting there avoiding problems. Yeah. You have to sit there and be with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and realize, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Yeah. There's things you got to work on. Like, you have to have that period of just
self-reflection.
Yeah, self-reflection, and you just sitting there with your own thoughts, and you just looking at yourself like deeply. You deepen in everything because
what things you got to work on.
If you're consistently with somebody else, you're not going to be able to see things for how they really are.
No, yeah.
It's going to cloud your perception and everything.
I think a lot of people too they can't distance themselves from a relationship from like their own life. Because I could even say that not even like in a romantic relationship, like even in like friendships or like within family members or something like that. Like, people won't. Like you can have people that, like, I think nowadays it's a thing too. A lot of young people will talk about, oh, this is abuse and my parents was abusing me. But it's like, bro, your parents were just being parents. Yeah. Like, I think that's like a new trend on TikTok or social media that people will talk about. Oh, I was today years old when I realized this is a form of manipulation or what. Yeah. And it's like, bruh, like, literally just focus on what you need to do. Like, your parents are not manipulating you because they told you need to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be what it is. A lot of people will, instead of focusing on what they need to do in real life, they can use the outside people as scapegoats to say, well, everybody's against me. Yeah. So
it's like, nah, buddy, you're just against you, and everybody else.
You know what I mean? Everybody trying to guide you just in the path, but I think everybody want to be coddled now. Everybody wants somebody to do this and that for them. I don't know, man.
It's weird.
Everything I think is in a weird place. Oh yeah, speaking of, did y'all ever see that movie, Tyler Perry, the Mia Culpa?
Yeah, I saw a lot of it. I didn't finish it.
I ain't even see that.
Not a fan, bro. Not a fan. Not gonna lie.
I've seen some good reviews though. People saying it was. I ain't see it yet.
I have heard people.
But I've heard people have been saying this is good though.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, from what I saw, I'll say it's decent. Like, if you're just looking for something to watch. Like, I'm not gonna say it's terrible. I've seen way worse.
Yeah, it's not like
from Tyler Perry.
Yeah, from him. Like, I've seen worse.
Nah, you be wildin'. I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
yeah, it actually wasn't bad.
Acting wasn't that bad, but it's just like following, like you said, bro. Following the plot, it's just like it's insane.
That's all it was for me.
I can really get into it. If you want to spoil it for Caleb,
you gonna watch it, bro?
I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I ain't like begging. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Dying to see what it's about. Like, I can say.
Yeah, bro. That
I ain't like the last 30 minutes, and then the last 20 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes took you 10 different places. I said, what in the world kind of movie am I watching?
It just didn't make any type of sense.
It started going somewhere, and I'm like, oh, this is.
Yeah,
that's
why I knew he had a fight on.
No, yeah. And then bro tried to be like. That turned to like a romance comedy, and then it went from to like a thriller to like trying to be like Get Out to like what are we doing,
bro? The plot was so crazy when
he was mad over the place.
When she came, what I already knew was rats when she was coming to his house late night asking questions about a supposed investigation, bro. Like,
Tyler Perry is so good at that. He's so good at finding ways to make women look like like saints for cheating on their man, or like to give me. Because like every time a movie has like a woman that's just about tired of her man. Every time he just speaks, she's just looking at him like, oh my God. And then somebody come through and just sweep her off her feet and become this magic man. It's like, bro, she like, it'd be funny because it really be how it's supposed to be cheating. All it take, and I ain't gonna lie. I seen an episode on the Mallory Bros podcast. Shout out to them. And they was talking about like work relationships, and that really be how it be. Yeah, like they were talking about how the little stuff will build up in your shorty. Like if you don't leave, like one of my bosses used to always talk about touching the bus before you go home. So leaving all your problems at home and make sure that everything's handled there and not bringing it to work and vice versa. But like for example, imagine every day you taking the trash out. And then you just stop taking the trash. You get so tired of work, and your shorty like, yo, the trash by the door. Make sure you take that out. I got you. And then, you know what I'm saying? And one day she just be like, man, the AC not working. Why you think that is? I don't know. I'll figure it out. And you can then the next day comes, AC still not working, honey. I'll figure it out. I don't know why it's not working. I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is shorty go to work. Imagine she in the break room or some joint like that, trying to heat the food up. The microwave not working. The brother come over there, I can fix that. Everything by there just going boom. She gonna be like, oh, this is helpful. He know how to fix stuff. He got straight to it. So then she gonna get home and then she gonna see the trash out the door. She gonna come in, the AC still not working. She gonna be like, and I'm coming home to this nigga. He don't do nothing, bro. Yeah,
buddy. He love that job.
All it takes is the right nigga. Your shorty is single,
for the right nigga.
Shorty is single for the right nigga.
It don't even gotta be the right nigga. It just gotta be the right nigga at the right time.
The right circumstance, bro.
Your shorty is single, bro. Like,
it's really sad. I mean, vice versa too. I ain't gonna hold you.
No,
not the same way though.
Not the same way for sure. Not the same way for sure. But definitely happens.
It do. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot easier to trick a nigga than it is to trick a
No,
woman.
Yeah.
Cause we suck.
We don't. Well, asking no questions.
Yeah. You around and put your bosom in my face. Like,
no, he gone.
I ain't gonna fold, but
no, a lot of dudes is gone. A lot of dudes is folding. No hesitation. No questions asked. No questions asked. They gone.
I probably was recording. I ain't gonna fold.
Because, and you gotta think about it too, because it's like even like we were talking about like the older. Okay, there you go right there. Like we were talking about the older versus the younger relationships. How the biggest difference is what, like you said, each gender is attracted to. Like I was talking about the situation, women like dudes that get stuff done, they handle business, etc. So if you're not handling something at home, then she be like, "Oh, this guy." And then think about it too. Oh my God, she gonna come to work, and then it'd be people in her ear too. Like she gonna come to work, man. My man just don't be listening. I be telling him to take the trash out, da 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 da. And then like you with your coworker, like you said, and the man already fixed the microwave, and then like say he coming to work, you know what I'm saying, talking to her coworker, hey Greta, I know you said you like bananas. I got you. I went and got you some bananas. I know you was allergic to peanuts.
Felix
I went and I went and fixed your login for your. And then Greta gonna be like, oh honey, oh God, hey honey, he listened to me. Then I'm not sure thinking he listens to me. Oh God, he listens. He gets stuff done. And it really just be a compound. If I think as a dude, like it really just be, you could be at, but it's like that Drewski skit. You could just be at work and just see a shorty, and then just because you work with a lot of dudes, that one shorty is gonna look that much better. Yeah. So you're gonna be like, yo, this shorty is kind of fire, and she might not be fire, but just because it's a lot of dudes, you might just be like, yo, that thing look kind of right today.
Yeah. Then you fucked around and took a nigga shorty, and then she don't do shit. She don't cook.
No, my gosh, yeah, you inherited somebody else's problems.
That's all I was gonna say, bro. The other side of that, like, dude not taking the trash out, he tired, get home from work. It could also be like the woman ain't doing something, right?
That's true.
Too. Like a lot of women, I ain't saying a lot of women,
That's
some women, some men, you know what I'm saying? They don't realize what they're doing wrong, and just always try to like flip it on the other person. But like sometimes you, like we were saying, bro, the communication, like you really gotta talk, sit down. Like if he ain't taking the trash out, bro, what's good with you? Like take the trash out.
Cause I can speak to that on like even on the man's point. What's the first thing dudes are gonna do when they gonna try to take somebody's girl? Start pillow talking. Yeah. Yo, my man, he don't take the trash out. Oh, baby, I would always take the trash out for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fall for that.
Oh, if I was your vibe, I usually take it here. I'm like, yeah.
You wouldn't even have to worry about the trash, shorty. Why are you at work?
It's crazy. Niggas will say anything.
Nah, yeah,
bro. Like niggas really out here buying buying motherfuckers purses and bags.
No, facts.
Just to smash, bro. I'm like, you gotta be the thirsty nigga alive. Like, you don't even. I guess sometimes you take all that, but it don't take all that. Like
niggas be fiends, bro.
Yeah.
They be f***ing the game up.
Yeah, bro. Because it's like, hey, you got like talking about some. TJ Fair ain't a good date. I'm like, shit,
we gonna eat good there.
yeah.
But like I said, it be the dudes that don't actually get women that mess the game up for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I think I seen the joint. It was like YTB Fat was up there talking about some man. Flowers is a minimum. I'm taking my shorty. She getting a plane ride to and it's like, bro, you had to come out of pocket $10,000-$20,000 for a woman. Like, we not on the same level, bro. Yeah. If you were not rapping today and you didn't have money and you didn't have clout, you would not have these women. Like, it was like, say they like finesse 2 times. Talking about, I got 2 girlfriends. Y'all can never. Like, you would not have 2 girlfriends if you was not finesse 2 times, bro.
And my thing be, bro, who is choosing these to speak up for us?
Like, facts. Facts.
That is making millions of dollars a year is not the spokesperson for I'm sorry, bro.
Like PG Rock got a little t-shirt. He's still talking about some pretty girls love motion. Like, you're a rapper, gang. I'm a 9-to-5er.
And a lot of dudes don't understand. They just prisoners of the moment. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
You just that dude today.
Once your album flop, man, we right back in the same.
Yeah, the shorties is they walking right by you.
You
bro.
And for that's 2 times. Insane, bro. Respectfully. Insane. Because I ain't gonna say nothing, but that's insane, bro.
You're not allowed to speak for anybody, brother.
Yeah, bro.
You're not allowed to speak for bro.
Stay out of this, man.
Yeah, you need to sit back home, but that be what it is. And a lot of these dudes too, like, I think especially in music, is the greatest way to have a facade built over yourself than anything. Because like Lil Yachty has been one of the few people. Joe Budden talks about it all the time. A lot of these dudes don't have that much money. They just know how to pull money from somewhere else. Because at the end of the day, like they were talking about all these rappers. That's why you see a lot of these rappers that blow up on the scene. They miraculously dripped out. They miraculously got chains and everything like that. And it's like, bro, you haven't even had a hit song yet because it's marketing from the label. We're gonna push it and make it seem like this guy's already established. So then, because it seems like he's already established, everybody's gonna be like, oh, let me listen to him because da da da. Like I seen the joint. I seen Money Man in the store with like 3 shorties at the Louis store. They all sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Kicking their feet. He getting a Louis bag, Chanel bag. Yeah, put that on the tag. Shorty, put that on the tag. And he probably feeling sweet. Like, yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? 3 shorties. Y'all could never, man. He's over there like, yeah. He got somebody filming the joint for him, too. Like, yeah, man, y'all could never, man. And it's like, bro, them shorties probably got them bags. Thank you, Money Man. But yeah, I got to go right now. Me and my girlfriends, we about to get some food.
Shit, he probably took him back and returned them after he turned the camera off, for real.
But like these dudes be getting finessed so crazy, man. That them be the ones that mess the game up, because those dudes are the dudes, like I said, that I told y'all, bro. Like I seen these athletes, these rappers, how quick they are in the midst of a conversation to put money out there for a shorty without even getting to know her name. I said, bro, these dudes is crazy, and they be wondering why. And like real talk, they be talking about how a lot of these athletes don't have women because they be like, yes, a lot of them just hitting and quitting, but a lot of the women just they understand it's their turn. I'm cool. I got my Louis bag out of it, and like I said, a lot of these shorties be finessing these dudes. I got my Louis bag, and I'm kind of sick today.
All he gotta do is spread her legs and lay down for.
But that's what I'm saying. Some of them like don't even. I'm sick today. Sorry.
Yeah, Louis bag though.
Yeah, that's that time of the month or whatever. But next time, and it's gonna keep being a next time thing. Next time, so she gonna run up a collection, and to some shorties, all right, I got one buy out of a whole $50,000 worth of stuff. And I'm saying, and that's not P, because he do be feeling like they P because they had to drop $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to get on a shorty that's not your shorty.
Yeah,
that's going
50 bands for one time. Yeah, and like you up though.
Nah, yeah. I can even speak to Lord Toxic himself. Future raps about that all the time. Bro, he's still rapping about women that do not look in his direction. He's still rapping about Sierra and everything like that, and Des and all these other people that they got APs and all that stuff off of you, bro, and they are living their life now. Like, so you had your turn with a shorty that really, and bro, like you, like just truly, if I just sit back and look at it, you took on this extravagant trip. You went and bought this crazy stuff for a woman that's not your woman. Yeah. And then she just goes back and then can like have this experience, like, cause she knocked it off her bucket list. That's the craziest joint I ever seen, bro. Trickin is at an all-time high these days.
I feel like the saying go, bro. It ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the lifestyle you want to live,
It's
It
tricking.
is, though.
It is
Like,
tricking.
Let's be honest.
It's
Even
tricking.
if you future, that's tricking, bro. You're an idiot, bro. But
It's
like,
tricking.
let's be honest. If you really, you really living in like basing your whole personality off your clout and your money and whatever you do in music, whatever you future, bro. Why are you
That
even
should be
coming out of
enough.
pocket, bro?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And that's what I'm saying. These dudes
I
don't
understand,
really
like,
have
if you
game.
genuinely love spending
You know what
money.
I'm saying?
Genuinely drip everybody out in your life. Like you see your mom, like, oh, you drop 10 minutes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see 10 minutes. Like if that's genuinely what you want to do, cool. But like you're a cornball. You're sitting here filming this. Like y'all niggas is not living like this. You're a
Yeah,
cornball.
that
Facts.
is. But I was
That
just
shit
saying in
funny
the
as hell.
sense like if you got enough money and it
Yeah.
don't affect you, it ain't. You know, I get it.
But
in that
I
type of
don't
sense.
care, bro.
But I'm-
How many
Yeah,
people in the
it's
world
like-
really got that
like-
much money, bro?
That's a fact, but that's why they say it.
But,
you know
like-
$30,000 bag.
Just to smash, or just
Or
for the
just-
hope to smash.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
you spent
tricking.
30,000, but you
Because
tricking
why should I get
crazy,
to know them as a person?
bro. Because in the same,
That's tricking though.
that's
It's like-
tricking. That's tricking. You can say it don't hurt you, but you spent 30. Like, all right, let's. All
Like
right,
to us, yeah.
no.
Nah,
No.
Alright,
In the
what's up?
same breath, that same shorty that somebody spent 20, 30, 40, 10, 5 on, somebody else spent $0.
It hit her too, like.
So is it P? Let's say me and somebody got the same amount of money, and he spent all this money to get the goal of just hitting.
Yeah.
And I spent $0. If we had both the same amount of money, he's still a trick.
He's a fool too.
He's a
like.
buffoon. Because the only way, all right, let's take it back. If you didn't have the money, you didn't have access to that shorty. She doesn't look in your direction.
It's tricking.
That you tricking. Because the only way you had an opportunity to even get close to that woman was you had to offer. Like I said, in the scenario, I've seen people walk up to women that already was ready to initiate a conversation, and you started a conversation with, "You so beautiful, I will buy you anything you want."
Yeah.
You didn't even have to say that,
Yeah, because like.
but because you said that, that's the only way you knew.
That's what I'm saying. Like, respectfully, like Dre not gonna walk into the club and be like, "Let me buy you a Birkin." He Dre.
Know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
Like, respectfully, like, you already, because he's of that status. Like, if you gonna be somebody that's bouncing off your status and you feel me, you really going off of that, that's your personality, that's your identity. Why are you going in there talking about something? I'll buy you anything. You future. We don't care.
Like, you don't have to. Like, you are.
You leading with your wallet. And
know what I'm
that's tricking,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, I feel like everybody don't necessarily do it like that though. Like you were saying, some people just,
Most
you know
men
what
with
I'm
money
saying?
do.
If you gotta spend the money like that, you can't.
If you are leading with your wallet in any way, shape, or form, bro, you're tricking, bro. Like
Yeah.
even if you are
Leading
old,
with your wallet, yeah,
even if you is old, man, you got billions and billions of dollars, and you say, "Hey, young lady, you're so beautiful. I'd like to buy you." You're tricked, bro.
So let's
It's
say
right.
like it's an example. Let's say like you in the club or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And like you see a shorty like sitting in the bar or something. She with her girlfriend. She turn up whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say like, oh, and like you feel me, pull to the side. Let me buy you a drink real quick and chop it up with you type shit. What would you consider that?
I feel like that's a little different, like, because when you're in the club, like, people is not coming there for you.
Yeah.
They there to have a good time or whatever.
Yeah.
Your intersection to interrupt somebody's night is like, "Hey, I see you from you having a good time or whatever. You mind if I buy you a drink? We chop it up." You know what I'm saying? That's like an exchange for time or whatever. Somewhat. Just like if you want to get to know a girl, you would take her out on a date or y'all would go somewhere or whatever.
Yeah.
You exchanging for me
Yeah.
pleasantry for your time. It's an even exchange or whatever. I don't feel like you buying a drink is the equivalent to being like, or if you be like, "Oh, you so beautiful. I'm gonna just buy you this. I'm gonna buy you." Like if you completely just like, I don't want to talk to you or nothing. I'm just, hey, put it in, whatever. Tab it. Like I ain't gonna lie, you could be tricking, but like if you're just like, "Hey, I want to talk to you. For me, woo, how about you mind if I buy you a drink or whatever?" It's I feel like it's you just initiating conversation, bro.
So it depends, basically.
But it's
right?
also
Yeah,
like
but you're not leading with your wallet though. Like you actually had genuine intentions of meeting this person and whatever, talking. It's just like we can share a drink. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just to say if they had genuine intentions.
Yeah.
Intentions could just be.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
trying-
it could be whatever it is.
What
But
you
like
could-
at the end of the day, we're connecting as people. I'm not connecting you with my wallet.
yeah.
We're connecting as people. We're conversing.
But
We're
you know-
sharing a drink, yes, but we're conversing. We're not. You're not having access to my wallet just because we're sharing a drink. We're in a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like essentially, it's a little different. It's a setting. if we're in a mall and I meet you and my first thing is, bro, let me buy you this, let me buy you this.
I feel like that's crazy, but say y'all already, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all acquainted already?
Yeah, acquainted, and you know what I'm saying? You rocking with this person. Okay, I get you a little $5,000 little bracelet or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's not tricking though. That's somebody that you deal with.
Yeah,
So,
like if y'all acquainted, is whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you are leading with your wallet on some, I don't even care what type of person you are. You don't need to know what type of person I am. I have money. And you need it.
Okay.
That's tricking, bro.
Okay.
Bro.
It's getting to a point now, like, you know, well, some places, sometimes, some ladies where, like, if you not doing that, it ain't nowhere, you ain't got to talk about.
Yeah. And
right.
I mean, but like,
there you go.
Those type of people, they already let you know what they looking for. It's superficial. Like, they looking for people that's going to bring the money out. Because they got a feature fee, basically. You got to pay them $3,500 for them to talk. Type of, like,
You know what I'm saying? But that, all right, I it's tricky. Because I can say, and I can speak to this experience, I've had managers that make over $500,000. And he's older, whatever. Okay, you can maybe say he's not attractive. I've gone out with them, and he said, I want you to do the speaking, do the talking. And if I got to buy something, I'll buy it, because he can spend the money, but he can't start a conversation with the woman. And that's why I was saying, you aren't tricking, like you said, if you have to lead with your wallet. And bro has no shame in his game to admit that he's a trick.
Yeah.
He makes the money.
Leave with your wallet because you can't leave with your personality.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, in the same breath, the same woman that he had to pay the money to just to get a conversation out of, I was just able to walk out and spend no money on.
Yeah.
And that obviously works for everybody else or for everybody, whatever. If you had to, I say, I don't think, and let's not, you know what I'm saying, for the pie, I'm going to get it straight. I don't think there's nothing wrong with spending money on a woman that you find attractive, that you enjoy. But if you just spending money to get a conversation, like that's your opener. Like in sales, you have your opener, and you got to grab attention quickly. So if you started your conversation with money, ding, oh, wait, hold on. So regardless of how you look, regardless of how your personality is, regardless of how you smell, your hygiene, your fit, I heard money. So if the money lines up where I want it to be at, we might be able to have a discussion here. It's like that video I sent in the chat, and me and Kyle was talking about it. How the shorty was like, it was All-Star Weekend and K Camp supposed to be in town, and people, oh yeah, you said it. And he was like, they gonna be outside with their chains on, so I'm looking for the ones with the chains on that's gonna be able to spend it. Somebody might be willing to spend it on her, but if it won't in line with how much she wanted to be spent, like somebody came out there and bought her drinks or whatever, and bought a hookah and what, you won't spend in the quiet amount. I thought you was gonna buy a bottle. I thought you was gonna have a section. So if you're gonna leave with the money, there's got to be a parameter. So that's why I say, even though she didn't want him, because she was only looking for somebody that was gonna spend it, you didn't spend enough money for me to want you, and so that's why I say you are tricking. Because if that guy would have walked up to her, and like she said, if you feel some type of way, she would walk right past you. If he wouldn't have said nothing about no bottle, she would have ignored this conversation, which means she was not attracted to him. He was able to get a conversation because he bought her stuff. Yeah. And that was able to buy him some time. So I say, if you have to buy time by literally buying stuff, you tricking. Yeah. And that's why I say I don't, bro. Like let's look about it. Like there's that viral video of like 42 Doug, where he's out with like the people and he's mad short and everybody's calling him 4 for 2 Doug. With all due respect, a lot of these rappers, if they weren't these rappers, they would not be getting these women. Yeah,
because the majority of them are not even, like, respectfully, they're not over 6 feet, whatever they, I mean.
All the things that women say they won't, they don't have. And like I said, look in the real breath. How many of these dudes is booed up? Now you can make the argument that these dudes don't want girlfriends. But in the words of Finesse 2 Times, if you so player, you can have multiple girlfriends. So shorties would sign up for that.
Yeah, and player is just another way for niggas like him to be like, if you willing to trade, or if you willing to do it for me, because if you really notice it, they've been talking about what's P and what's player. They ain't never been player, and it ain't never been P.
Not facts.
It like they talking about pushing P. Spending so much money on somebody you don't know has never been P. It's never been player.
Yeah, bro.
Throughout time, they will tell you that's never been player. For any pimp in history, it will tell you that's never been that.
Yeah, like if you gonna be P, it's like if you can walk out the club with, you know what I'm saying, the same amount of results with no bread, then it's like, you know,
That's player, bro.
Yeah, then you player type.
Cause
shit.
you, for me, you working your mouthpiece, bro. Like, you feel me?
Paul.
I said, bro, chill. Come on. Chill. But for me, like, you relying on your charisma and your personality. So it's like, if you really player, you walk in there, you don't like. Niggas know, bro.
Yeah.
If you got it, bro, you got it, bro. You don't got to do too much. Like, you walk in the club, you spit your little piece, and you good.
All right, so tricking is if you walking in with, you know what I'm saying, the intent to just use your money.
Talking,
Yeah,
bro.
and it's like
I'm not talking. This wallet is, bro. That's what it
You gotta
is.
spend the money to have this encounter with this woman. You would trick.
like a little coin machine, little ride. Like you gotta stick a quarter in there for it to go.
Yeah.
You gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
Then you would trick. And that's why I said.
But if you don't got to and you just like spending your money, you're not.
I mean, you still
who
trick.
walking to the
Let's be
club?
honest. Let's be
That's
honest.
what you said earlier, though.
I mean, technically, like, but who? Nobody's about to just be like,
You know what I'm
oh.
saying?
But some niggas do that though. Some
Some
niggas
niggas
do.
But it's not like nobody is respectfully like nobody is spending money on somebody that they're not acquainted with or they don't have like some type of significance with them. Regardless of how much money they
That's
have,
what I'm
like
saying.
even if you look at these billionaires,
Nah,
but no,
sometimes niggas do like.
Oh, go
Let's say,
ahead.
but when they
go
do
ahead.
it, but 9 times out of 10 when they do it, they tricking. Like even if you look at these rich niggas or whatever, they be buying their wives or their girls $50,000 rings or whatever, $50,000 promise rings or whatever. It's because that's his girl. It ain't because I'm just tricking you, my shorty.
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah, I mean,
if
that's
I'm
his girl.
But that's what I'm saying. Like majority of them situations, they be actually acquainted. When I'm buying you nice things,
Majority,
just because of I love buying nice things.
Yeah.
We're acquainted though. I like buying nice things anyways. I drip myself up nice. You just getting the benefit because you here with me.
What about?
It's not the same thing. Like
What about a
It's
nigga
not.
like walking in? Let's say it's a, like he balling, but
Yeah.
you know it's a good time having that. He walk in, drinks on me. Everybody drinks on me. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like some niggas.
but that's different though. Like
That's right.
Yeah, but
it's
that-
different. Everybody catching it. He
That's what I'm
won't target in one singular person. Everybody was gonna eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if
He
it's, if it's
said,
spread out,
I'm in
evenly,
here.
you know what I
Everybody
mean?
having a good time. That's different.
Okay.
That's not a trick. That's just a nigga like to have a good time for real.
Yeah.
I mean, you put you is paying to play whatever, but you wanted to like essentially
Yeah,
like
he's just doing it out the goodness
Yeah.
of your heart touch, not for
for
us.
everybody
That's
too.
why-
But
that's
it's
why I
for
said.
everybody.
But I think that's what Bray was saying though. Like that ain't tricking.
But that's cap.
That's
because
different. That's a different
you
situation,
Not, you
though.
not. All right, if you Mr. Beast.
Yeah, like
then
you feel me?
alright.
Different.
Like I said, everybody eating. You walk up to one woman and you give her this opportunity.
You're a trick,
You're
bro.
a trick.
Yeah,
There's
for
no
sure.
like,
You for sure.
there's no way you can
But
box
you,
it up.
You didn't do it for everybody. Like I said, you didn't walk up in the whole club and be like, everybody come get
Yeah.
Yeah.
the dudes y'all can drink too. No, you did it for this woman that you found attractive.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm good, then you're gonna be feeling sick.
Cause we keep it hot. Feel me? You walking in the club buying just for everybody that player. You feel me?
Yeah.
You walking in buying just for one person, or offering to buy bottles and whatnot for one person. They ain't even said a word to you. That's not player.
So what if it was exclusively shorties, like just women in the
You're
club?
still a
It's,
trick.
you're tricking, cause you're
No,
pandering, bro.
I'm saying like you were saying how if you do it for everybody, you know what I'm saying, you're not a trick. What if it was just everybody and it was
ladies.
all women?
Like you
You're a
good.
trick.
You still a trick?
I mean, I don't know.
depend on-
Cause you saying everybody in the club
So-
is all women.
Yeah, so you know how I was saying before you said like if you
Okay,
walk in
okay.
the club.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, cause it's
That's
like
what
damn nigga, I'm
low-key
thirsty.
thinking, like if
Pause.
the club is genuinely just women, you just happen to go there and everybody in there is just women. Okay.
It don't gotta be like a big club setting, but what if you're in
Okay.
a setting with just like
Because-
women, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
Because
wanna
like I
do
said,
something for
here's the
everybody.
difference. Like, all right, like for example, I've been out with my boys, the twins. They don't drink.
Yeah.
So there's been plenty times we've been out, especially in another city. We got mad bottles left over.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty, want to get a drink? And I don't gotta talk to the shorties anymore.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, if you walk in the club and there's a straight up women in there, you say, hey, look, I got bottles for everybody. I got drinks for everybody. Everybody drinks, and then you go about your business. You walk out, and that's one thing. But if you do that, and you try to, hey, shorty, you know,
Yeah, it's like-
Cause you looking for an exchange, bruh.
You tricking.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the opportunity to have that conversation without you spending money. I think you tricking, and I think you lack true game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because bro, I can speak on all, like, bro, everybody in the end of the day, I don't care unless they an A-list celebrity, they are people and they're approachable. Like, you could kick game to anybody. Real spill. And I've seen that, being able to travel, being able to be in certain environments, certain people, but you can kick game to anybody. So if the only way you could have this conversation is you had to bring up money, you a trick.
Yeah.
Nah, he's 6'5" though. It's different. He tall. It's a lot easier for a nigga above 6 feet to approach somebody than it is for like, you know.
But I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. If you feel me, you got it. You got it. Bro.
That ain't always the case, bro. It
is though.
Yeah. I mean, you. What,
but like,
6'1",
but like, no. But whoever attracted you is they gonna bite regardless.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So like, that just means that person you trying to go after, they not on it.
I've been out with NBA players taller than me, and they quick to throw that money card out there. You didn't have to say that. You in the NBA. You got the clout. You got the money. You didn't have to say anything about money. But the only way you started the conversation was you started it about money. You couldn't have a regular conversation with this woman.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, bro, I feel like that's just truly like a game. Definitely.
Yeah.
You just, I got this. We about to go.
It's just like anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that you come talking about some dumb stuff. Like, you come in, it's like, all right, what do they call, bro? You L-mans or whatever they call, whatever the terminology is, if you round the women and you start, yeah, man, I just got this new car, $100,000, I just got these new sneakers on, and you trying to panel. I don't know if y'all heard me.
Yeah.
I just got this chain on, that joint like $10,000, like I'm saying. It's the same kind of joint you got
change
do.
for $10 billion.
Yeah.
Pull out a stack of cash.
You got change for $1,000, like you doing the same type of stuff. I think you had to act a certain way around a woman that's not genuine to yourself, and especially if you had to solicit and act for her time, you a trick, bro. And I guess I'm not gonna be always 100% against tricking.
Yeah.
If it's your shorty and you genuinely just like making her happy, then that's one thing. But I mean, we can look at the opposite side of this. Let's look at that, like the ex-NBA guy Joe Smith, that used to play with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Sure, that was a porn star. Was like, bro, I was living this lifestyle with you, and once that lifestyle stopped, all hell broke loose, and she flipped the script, and she's going on talking about, rubbing on Cameron, and talking about how he's so strong, you know. You doing all this stuff, you switching up because the money not there anymore. So once you open, that just goes to show you that she didn't really like you for you. She liked you because the money was flowing, and because whatever she wanted, we could live in this mansion, we could have this new car every year. If I didn't have that, then I'm not connected to this man.
Yeah.
Then I think that they truly, not only you a trick, but like you said, you really, to her, you a corny.
Yeah.
Cause she gonna be like, Max was corny.
Yeah.
He had money, but he was corny. Cause that same breath, it's just like the OnlyFans or whatever. All I'm sure is, but I've seen plenty of women that's gonna show me their messages or DMs that's gonna say, oh, this dude is ready to spend it or buy this or take her on this, but she ignores them because they're corny. So you can put money out there, but regardless, if the woman don't like you, then she don't like you. But I think a lot of women will enjoy the experience or an opportunity because somebody's spending it. Just like the same way as a man. I almost folded for some older women that was ready to spend some money on me. Yeah. But like everybody's got a price, so I think if that parameter is met, then everybody might fold. Yeah. So I don't respect it as much, but to each their own, man. To each their own, man. I mean, anything else on that?
Only that sometimes people don't want to deal with extra stuff, like.
Okay, but you can get straight to it too. You don't have you
can just like trying
to.
Say they say no, then.
That's what I'm saying. So say it's a girl that they want to smash or whatever, is she gonna say no?
Because how do you know she's gonna do anything anyways?
Yeah, where is she like just take your money and don't know it?
So say you ask her without the money first, and she like no, and then you be like.
So then now you gonna be like, you paying for.
Now you gonna be like. So well, what if I get you a Birkin bag? I just told you no. Nigga, did you not hear me the first time?
That's like niggas haggling for glutes. I know you said you were, but like, what if I buy you some shoes?
You feel me? You led with you. I know she don't want you. Like, now you trying to leave with your wallet. That's crazy. You like,
Hey,
oh,
look.
I got bread though. Hold on. Like,
Hey, what
you
you
trying to slot
Like,
this
hey,
bro.
what if I buy you some diamond earrings?
Same shit.
That's crazy.
Give you 5 bands right now.
She be like, 10, like 7. Deal. Like,
Alright, let's go.
Like, I was like, yeah, I knocked that one down, but like,
no, you did.
yes.
It's a transaction at that point. You
I-
ain't enjoying
and that's why I
yourself.
always think that is, even though money is relative, at the end of the day, money is money. Money gets spent.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like I said, maybe $10 somebody is like $1,000 somebody else, but then there's always a hierarchy of, like I said, I've seen big bank take little bank in a lot of situations where I'm thinking this guy got money, but I see another person with money. That's if you had to throw some whoosh
Yeah.
on the table, then
It's quiet because, bro, when it comes down to it and it really, like, push comes to shove, it's always going to be, like you said, big bang, 10 little bit, it's always going to be somebody that got more money.
yeah.
So if you leaning on your money, what are you going to do when she gets into a room with somebody with more money than you?
yeah,
Because you only thing you got is your money.
Yeah.
Because you never offered your personality, you never offered your communication skills, nothing. Y'all don't have any interpersonal communication. It's just you, your wallet, and that girl. That's it.
Yeah.
And like I said in the second breath, but that's just a barrier to entry.
Yeah.
That really don't do anything because you could just like Caleb was saying, bro, you can give a shorty money, and she might be attracted to you because you have money.
Exactly.
That's the only thing she's attracted to.
Yeah.
So you can, all right, like in the same breath, like Chris Brown was talking about that Joe one day. He was like, bro, I've been curved plenty of times. You can be Chris Brown and be handsome, or have talent.
Yeah.
You got clout, you got money. If it don't matter, because somebody's still gonna say, let me see what your personality is like. If you're boring or if you're nasty, or she's gonna be like, nah, I'm out on this.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you're doing. You can still do something to turn shorty off. That's why I just can't. If you gotta leave like that, I don't agree to it. Just because, like you said, a woman will only attach herself to, which anybody will only attach themselves to you for the money.
And it's ingenuine because it's like it goes into that thing where you're introducing somebody to a vibe that you can't keep
But
up.
so if you start that, you gotta
Exactly.
gotta keep
That's
gotta
what I was
all the way
saying. Like
through.
nobody has that much money.
Yeah.
Like maybe Elon Musk.
And
You
it's
know what
like
I'm saying?
even still, it's like that's not productive for you to be doing.
Yeah, but it's dead
Because
stupid.
let's think about the two numbers on that.
Yeah.
If, like you said, if I'm just trying to get quick to it, straight to it, because truly, I mean, you can find them on the side of the road probably for a lot cheaper than these dudes are spending bottles in the club booths, bracelets, chains, cars. If you got to do all that, you can't keep that up. There's no way you can keep that up.
Because
Louis
like
bags.
you feel me? You first night you buy her a Louis bag. What you gonna do
For the next
one
shorty.
month? Then what you gonna do if you stay with this shorty? For me,
Nah, right,
what you gonna do
right.
1 month? Then when you got 3 months and y'all got 6 months, how you gonna keep topping it? Because you done bought her a Louis bag. Next thing you buy her a car, you buy her a chain. It's only what you gonna keep buying her because you only gonna have so much money.
Not facts.
It's only so much you can do.
Especially if you're in a situation where like that shit's temporary. Like,
Yeah.
Nah,
Because
facts.
most niggas who, you know what I'm saying, not niggas, but just people in general, like a lot of the money is fast money, it's quick money. So it's like, you know, you're an athlete or you're an artist or whatever. Eventually, whatever you're doing to produce this large amount of income, it's gonna slow up.
Yeah.
You can retire, get hurt, your shit flop, you get old, like, well, so it's like when your money slow up, what you know what I'm saying, what are you gonna do to maintain this relationship?
Not facts.
It's over type. You're gonna hop on to the next, you know, who you got in the position that you are. He about to come into this money.
And that really bring everything full circle. Like that's exactly why PJ Washington and Zion and all them be in that situation because you led with your wallet and
now
you're
you
seeing
supply
the
the shorts to ask
Yeah.
for that cognac, that cognac. Because
Yeah.
that was the only opportunity. That's why I say I don't believe in a lot of stuff when it comes down to attractions because I'm telling you, a lot of these dudes that's famous literally just get women because they're famous.
Yeah.
And because women see them as a lick, not necessarily because they see them as super attractive or whatever. I mean, truly, like I said, like I think attractiveness is just down to a followers thing. And by followers, I mean literally just takes enough people to say something about somebody
Oh yeah.
to then start the ball rolling and the avalanche going. Like Like I think Duke Dennis has built a whole like little thing, you know what I'm saying, about himself that continues to blow his name up. Him and Kai started that Riz thing, and they get mentioned all the time and stuff. And I think it's a lot of it is just because people somebody just heard somebody else say that they like him, so they say, oh, I like him too. Same like, bro, what's his name? That just got in trouble with that white woman, John the Majors. He was won't nobody talk about John the Majors, and then when he suddenly started getting all these movies. And then out of nowhere, he just miraculously become GQ Sexiest Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And that happened. But because if you get big enough, I think enough people will start traction in terms of, you know what, maybe he is alright. Especially if you got the manyan.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you said, I think it starts that trend going. And I think at the end of the day, it's always perception too. Because like I said, even if you make $50,000 and you spending, and if you gotta buy a shorty a bottle or a drink, or you gotta take her out, every woman you meet.
Yeah, just to get her attention is like
you can't keep that up. The same way if you make 500,000 or 5 million or 5, and you gotta buy a Louis bag, you gotta do this. Like that's like Kai said, if you get in a relationship with a short, you can't keep that up.
Yeah.
There's no way. You don't have enough money to keep that up. Like even if you make, let's just say for example, you make $1 million, $80,000 a month. If you start buying a shorty, let's say you try to talk to 5 shorties. And you buy them all Louis bags. That's all. Let's say $2,000 to $5,000. You just spent majority of your check just talking to women. 5 women. You can't keep that. You can't keep that up.
And that's just to get into the door. That's just to get a conversation. Like I gotta buy you a bag just to get you on a date, just to maybe not even.
Because you still gotta like there's still like steps that you gotta get through to close that deal. I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's like you could do all that, and it's at the end of the day, it's still on her. Because if you don't want to fuck you, all she gotta do is be like, I don't want to fuck you. And you just gonna be asked out and short a Louis bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, it's not worth that.
Yeah, I mean, they really be finessing, bro. Like I was saying, they really do that. Just get a Louis bag from one nigga and go to another nigga the same night.
But it's like you can't hate it because it's like they just playing the game.
They put it out
there.
And I want to say it earlier too. Cause another thing is women don't respect that either.
Yeah. They ain't gonna take you seriously.
No, yeah, and like they don't see it as anything. Like me and my boy were talking about that because he was talking to some shorty that basically she asked him for some like nail money. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. But she was like, but like you don't be doing anything because my ex used to do this. He said, okay, but that's funny because he was like, when I met you, you said your ex never did nothing for you. My ex was paying her rent. He was paying her car note. And she said he won't do nothing for her.
Yeah, and bro.
So once you, like you said, you led with that and you introduced her to that, she doesn't see that as anything anymore. That was just that was baseline for me. So just like you said, once you gave me that one Louis bag, and I just want to do it because I'm really like that. I'm really nice. Okay, cool.
Let's see how next one.
Yeah. Where's my Louis bag?
Yeah, I want another one.
And that's the bare minimum because you set that standard. That's the bare minimum for you. So now, like you said, the next one, you gotta. Next time, you gotta keep jumping up because you introduced her to something that you don't want to do. That's what I said. Even on the most minimal scale, if every woman you started off with just buying her a drink or buying her shoes or taking her on a nice date just to throw her up in the air and crush that thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep that up because a woman will look at it as that was the bare minimum. For somebody to get to know me. That's why you got people running around talking about something. If you don't take me courtside, I'm out on this date. You got people that say, no, you take me to Cheesecake Factory, I'm out. Because somebody tried to introduce her to this vibe. And now she doesn't, like, people can't see that as somebody put the effort in to do this. I had this argument with a girl one day about that. And she was talking about, I don't think you put effort in like I want you to in a relationship. And I was like, well, you live 45 minutes away from me. I drive 45 minutes away, get off work, leave work early to go get you. And I go, you never had to go pay a bill at a restaurant. You never had to put any gas money in your car. Just to get things started. Like, I was like maybe like one or two dates. I'm like, you don't even, like I said, but you introduce that to them, like, they don't even see that.
Yeah.
They just saw.
You showed up.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you introduce the stuff as a prerequisite and as a baseline. So now, when you start paying rent, you start paying bills, that's what you should have did. Because now that was what I expected of you. And so, like I said, that, long story short, the woman will start to respect that down the line. Like, I think. Like, a lot of women might say, okay, I expected you as a man to do it, but a lot of it's like I was telling, I think Kyle it was like Joe Budden, before we head out, on the Joe Budden podcast, I had a woman down there that was talking about she was dating a man that was giving her $40,000 a month in spending money.
Yeah.
Good grief.
And they were talking about, okay, for the next guy, she was like, oh, he's got to do that. But they were like, why did you and the ex break up? Oh, well, he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. He was like, but he was giving you $40,000 a month. Mm-hmm. To her, she just couldn't click that he was giving her $40,000 a month, because once she started seeing 40 coming in, she started already waking up with her hand out. Mm-hmm. Where's my 40? Where's the money? Where's this? Because you made it an expectancy. Yeah. For sure. She won't see that. They were like, bro, Brody came out, I'm saying, mad money yearly for you. And you don't even see that. Almost $400,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And you don't even see that just because, almost $500,000 really. Yeah. Because you get so used to that. But that was like, a lot of people won't even respect that. So they'll start to look past that and be like, oh, well, I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like this. Mm-hmm. Even though you was giving her, in that extreme case, $40,000 a month. So now what happens? Like I said, so now what happens on the small scale? You get the $40,000.
That's insane.
Bro, and even in the most extreme examples, like we could take it back to that, tie back into that Tyler Perry movie. She had a good job going in. She cheated on her man in an instant, just a quick instant.
Yeah.
Just because with a man that ain't had nothing going on for himself. Yeah. He was right place, right time. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. You could go spend all this money. If you had the barrier of entry, spend this money on a shorty. Oh, bro, I don't even want to get into that. I could go on this for days. But if you had the barrier of entry for shorty, spend that money. The next person, I could just say, there's been plenty of women that have shown me the deposits, and me and shorty went out and ate with that money, and then she ate. Yeah. But, and then, so, it's just, I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. But, I don't know. I don't have any more recommendations for the week as we head on out. It was a good little debate we had. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else?
R.I.P. Toriyama.
Yeah, no, man. A lot of childhood legends, man.
Yeah,
shout out to him, man. And,
it's crazy, man.
Dragon Ball Z, him and Stan Lee, I think, were real pivotal as you can see all the stuff going around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they really got me into the comic books, the mangas, the anime, the art. It really led to a lot of the creativity, I think, in a lot of people, and kind of kept that creativity alive. So I think a lot of those OGs did their thing for a lot of their childhood.
Sure. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, looks like we heading on out, man. Appreciate you. This is a good one. How's the next one? Peace.